And we're live. I was going to try to set an intro video. I still don't know how to do that yet. I'm going to figure out how to set an intro video to these live streams so y'all can have something to listen to while I'm waiting. I'll set it. I'll do like a 10-minute video and I'll set it like 10 minutes before I get started. Then I don't know, man. I'm still learning this stuff, but it's been a long time. Well, I was just on here with Rideshare Rodeo the other night. So you guys, this is like the new me. I've been out in these streets making a lot of money. The bank account's looking kind of good. This is what we got to do. Because I told folks, man, if you ain't stacking money for this slow winter, summer was super slow. Now we're really busy. We're in the streets doing something. The other night I was out. I mean, Juan Vargas is hitting $500-$600 a day. I'm out. I did 2 hours one night, made $213 in 2 hours. I mean, it's crazy right now. What up, Melly Mel? And I mean, man, it's been doing really well in these streets. Especially as it shows the bank accounts. You like to see that shit, wouldn't you? You know what? Just for you, I'm gonna show you, just so you can see. I'm not doing bad right now. Trust me. And this is not even counting all the private shit we've been doing. Because a lot of the private stuff is either sitting, cash rides, Cash App, all of that shit, man. We doing okay out here, man. We doing okay. Let me see some. And just for you, just to get this live stream started, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if this bank account will even open. Let's see if this shit will even open. All right. They got me going through all these processes just to get my bank account open. But I do this shit all the time, and I'll tell y'all why one day. Oh, yeah, we doing okay. All right. We doing all right. Like I said, and this is what, the second day of the month, and I'm doing all right. Wait a minute. I hate when it does that, because it does that. All right, so that's what I'm sitting at right now. Almost 20. Well, really, not counting all the stuff that I got, in other places or whatever. I'm probably pushing close to 25, 30. I'm doing all right. Like I said, I got a little cushion, but all it takes is a blown engine. All it takes is a transmission to go out, and I'm out $5 grand. I don't know. Depends on how I got to do it. So if you got a cushion you sitting on and you doing okay, just relax on that. Relax on that. Because one day you gonna need that. Trust me, it ain't just free money. I got over $200-something thousand in debt, counting this house and every other thing I got. I got about $260,000 in debt right now, and that's all the money I got. So yeah, I'm really upside down. Don't make it look like, oh, you got money. No, motherfucker, I'm in debt. Trust me. Don't let money fool you. You got a lot of motherfuckers out there. Oh, I got money, man. I just hit my tax returns 11 grand. Yeah, how much you on your house? 313,000. Yeah, you ain't got 11 grand. The bank still owns you, because I got to give all that shit to somebody. Right now, I'm just sitting there waiting on an emergency to happen. But anyways, I had to get on this live stream. Yeah, man, those cash rides add up. They add up. What up, Gary? And I tell folks, man, yeah, I just did a cash ride yesterday, made $220, went home at 7 p.m. Didn't depend on these ragged apps. Hell yeah, you can't, man. And this is what I'm telling y'all. Yeah, have y'all been looking at y'all apps recently? You've been seeing Uber use private ride. You've been seeing everybody using professional driver. You've been seeing, I got something for y'all. We got 35 people in here already. This is going to be a good live stream. And I've been telling people, man, it's going to be a good live stream. I'm going to show you guys. Get your shit together. I have dropped videos on my channel. I'm gonna pull up a video that I dropped a long time ago, because y'all need to see this. I dropped a video a long time ago about how to get a permit. Man, my internet's moving slow today. It's a lot of people out there right now. Yeah, it's all y'all online. Y'all dragging my bandwidth down. I'm just kidding. I'm running with a new internet service, actually. Let me see something. For hire. There we go, right here. Ooh, bam. All right, so I'm gonna pull this video up right here, and this is the Arizona for hire permit video. I'm gonna link. Wait a minute, and I'm gonna put the link. Copy. I'm gonna put the link right here. Bam. $400 last night. 6 rides. I was out for 5 hours. Bam. There you go, brother. There you go. Man, that's how we do it. Man, hey, if you ain't out there getting that money, the link I just put in that is actually a video to, let me share this screen with you right here, to this. This is a video that I did right here. In this video, it talks about, get you a Arizona for hire permit. I'm going to close it down just so you can see what the title is. And it says $10 Arizona for hire permit. Get 100% of the ride revenue. There's a reason why I did that video a long time ago. Me, Jamil, all of us, we all met at Native Wings one night. Within a couple of days, we had all of the, because Jamil, he already had us for hire permit. We went through all the instructions on how to get it for hire permit. Let me tell you how important this is. We went through everything for how to get it for hire permit. Now, let me go in here real quick, Windows. Let me tell you why you needed a for hire permit. Like I said, we're always ahead of the curve. If you're new to the barbecue, I always say this shit. We stay ahead of the curve. The Arizona requirements for Lyft are about to change right now. And guess what they got in there? A vehicle for hire permit. In order to be a Lyft driver, you're going to need a vehicle for hire permit. So for everybody out there who's been watching the mic drop, everybody out there watching the 300 who's already got their for hire permit, you're already ahead of the race right now. Lyft and Uber are starting to crack down on drivers. They're starting to desaturate the market. They know it's a lot of people just getting car keys and showing up being drivers tomorrow. It's killing their insurance. Everybody's not a professional driver. They want people to think they're professional drivers just because they get paid to drive, but they're wrecking too much. They even want you to come with a certificate of liability, $250,000 minimum. That's different than the insurance you got right now. It's a certificate of liability. It's not commercial insurance, certificate of liability. That's almost like professional liability insurance. $250,000 minimum with a subcarrier agreement, which is probably a TOS or something like that. Who knows? But this is why I wanted this live stream to happen today. I had to. My man out in Cali, he was like, hey, Jeff, man, something's coming down the pipe to you guys in Arizona. This hasn't even hit my phone yet. This ain't even hit my phone yet. This is from somebody in California sending to me, hey, the new Arizona requirements coming out, Jeff, be ready. Be ready. I said, oh, really? Be ready. I said, okay, bet. So, yeah, you got to have commercial insurance. Yeah, commercial insurance is for whatever you want to do. That's if you want to do your own thing. But this is a certificate of liability, $250,000, which is not commercial insurance. Now, if you want to actually have commercial insurance, I'm going to share another screen for you. Hold up for a second. Let me go in here. Wait a minute. I'm going to pull this one down. All right, stop sharing that one. Let me go into this one right here. I'm going to share a new screen with you because this screen is a little different. Now, there's going to be an update on the black and black SUV drivers starting December the 5th. Now, I don't know if it's only in California or what, but they're saying only professional drivers can access black and black SUV modes at the airport. You see how they say professional drivers? We always been saying that on this channel. To be eligible, upload any missing required documents in your dashboard. Not every driver is going to be allowed to do pickups at the airport starting December the 5th. Like I said, I don't know if this is just California, if this is just because this is from a California account. I haven't seen this on my account yet here in Arizona. So if you don't have a black and black SUV, you're not going to be able to do access pickup at the airport. You have to be a professional driver, which means you have to have all this shit that they constitute as being a professional driver. If you're interested in becoming a professional driver, visit the help center. Now, they've been calling us earners. They've been calling us drivers. They've been calling us everything under the book other than professional drivers. What up, Severa? It's my girl right there. She out there with them chickens, man. I'll be watching them videos. I love it. So they've been calling us everything under the book other than professional drivers. They've been calling us, oh, man, you guys are earners. You guys are driving partners. You guys are this. Now, all of a sudden, starting December the 5th, only professional drivers can access the black and black SUV modes at the airport. That's it. If you're not a professional driver, you can't access the black and black SUV mode. You can access maybe just the base tier. That's it. You can do base tier, but you can't access the black and black SUV mode. There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. Hey, that's it. They're going to cut down the bots at the airport. That's what I'm saying. There is a lot going on right now, especially in Arizona, where they're saying, hey, man, you guys need to start. Let me kill this screen. You guys need to start coming up with your own for hire permits. Here we go right here. Your own for hire permits. You got to have your own certificates of liability, and you got to have this different agreement, whatever a subcarrier. Like I said, I haven't seen it yet on my phone, so I don't know what subcarrier agreement is. But these apps are trying to make a harder barrier to entry to get into rideshare now. They're trying to desaturate the market, make it harder for anybody with a set of car keys because they know their insurance premiums are killing them left and right. All these lawsuits and settlements are killing them left and right. Because we've always said everybody's not designed to drive rideshare. Everybody can't do it, but everybody keeps trying to do it. And that's why these apps are like, man, we need to figure it out. What's Uber doing right now? Uber is saying, you got to become a professional driver or a private driver to get to the upper tiers of payment now. It's not just anybody with a black card now. You have to be like a chauffeur or some weird shit. I'm telling you, man, these apps are really cracking down. They see what we've been doing out here in this market. They see it. Yeah, I don't see it in my apps either. I don't see it. So like I said, this stuff is coming from California, man. It's shooting here. Exactly, Rigo. I tell people, man, we professional drivers. When I'm out negotiating and talking to people and getting my contract set up and getting my rides and all my shit and my phones, my schedule set up, this is professional level. This ain't just me driving around picking up people from Walmart, transporting groceries to an apartment complex. I could do that. I mean, it's very easy to do. What up, lady? It's very easy to do. But if you want to be at a certain level of the game, sometimes you got to say, man, we got to do something different. We got to do something different. We can leave those rides for the pigeons. Want to do $3, $4, $5 rides from Walmart to somebody's house. Let them get practice with those people. We're past the practice stage. We got nice cars. They're reliable, super clean. We're super clean. When somebody slide me $100 bill, I know what it's for. It's because I'm not a pigeon. A pigeon would be like out there, man, I'll do this ride for $11, $12. Not me. Cancel, decline, kick it out. Because I know that there's somebody out there looking for a driver like me, the next level driver. These apps know that. Why do you think these apps are out there saying, oh, professional driver? They've never had this in their apps before because they know we are a cut above the rest. We the 300. I told y'all a long time ago, they see us coming. And when I said that a long time ago, y'all thought I was joking. I said, they see us coming. We got for hire permits. We call ourselves professionals. We a whole new private level of driving. What have the apps been saying all within the past few weeks? Private, professional, for hire permits. They've been saying everything we've been saying on this channel. We are already ahead of the curve. We already got our client base built out. We ready for them to get rid of drivers and get, because we ain't going to be affected. I got private clients. I mean, I can go on my phone right now. These are, like I said, these are just a few of my private rides I got set up for tomorrow. Whoops, hold up for a second. Let me go back. Yeah, just these are all set up for tomorrow. Whoops, these are all my private rides right here. A few are for tomorrow, then some are for the next day. I got one tonight that I don't even have in the phone yet because I've been negotiating back and forth with her on the text message. I've been negotiating back and forth because what they want to do is, wait a minute, where are we at? She's in here somewhere. Okay, cool. Because this right here said, hey, is it possible to get a pickup tonight at 11:30? Because earlier today, they wanted a round trip. So they was like, we want a round trip ride. This is where they were saying they wanted a round trip ride. I gave them my rate. I said, round trip, I could do round trip. What did I tell them? I totally forgot. I said $80 each way. And I said $80 each way because Black SUV was charging $100 each way. So Black SUVs charging $100 each way. I said 80 each way. They came back and said, well, how about you just pick us up? So they want a cheap ride there and a good ride back. I'm like, that's cool. I'm willing to negotiate. My man Alan out there knows how I operate because last week was some lady called my phone. I'm dropping off some people. Lady called my phone. I didn't answer because I'm dropping off some people. I go park at Circle K. Same lady calls back. Hey, how you doing? I saw your number on the side of your truck. You do private rides? I said, yeah, I do private rides. Cool. It's 6 of us. We got to go from 51 and Thunderbird. We got to go to Scottsdale to dinner. And after dinner, we want to come back. You don't got to wait on us. You can do whatever you want to do. We just want a good rate. I said, okay, cool. I could do it. 80. What did I say? $90 each way. 180 total or something like that. 180 total. And she was like, oh man, we're not really looking at 200. We're looking at like 150. We're looking at 150. I say, you know what? 150 is kind of out of my range. What up, Dom? I said, 150 is kind of too low for me because I'm already 20 miles away from you and I got to drive up to you. Then I got to take you 20 miles this way, 20 miles back, 20 miles back. That's 80 miles total for me. 80 miles total at $150. It ain't even paying me $2 a mile in this big black truck. It's not even paying me $2 a mile. It's out of my reach, lady. I called Jamil. Jamil said, hey, guess what? I got somebody for you. Let me call Alan. Call Alan. Alan said, hey, I live right by him. I said, let me get your number. I sent the number to Alan. Alan said, he talked to the lady, text me back. Alan was like, hey, man, I got him. Don't worry about it, Jeff. Good looking out. $150. Cool. No problem. Talked to Alan yesterday. Alan said, dude, you know that group you gave me? Yeah. Man, I done already took a few of them to the airport for $100. I done did. He says, man, I done already made like $800-900 off that group. And they wanted me to take them to Sedona for $600. I'm going to Sedona, Jeff. I gave Alan that hookup. Man, this is how we team up out here. And I told Alan, I said, I'm glad, because there's so many people would have said, oh, man, I can't do that, man. I want people to know they can call that number on my truck and I can take care of them. If it ain't me, somebody on my team gonna take care of you. Call that number on my truck. I got you. Don't worry about it. And Alan made that possible. Jamil made that possible. I didn't even have, because I got a new phone. I didn't have Alan's number no more. I called Jamil. Jamil called Alan. Alan called me back. We got it taken care of like that. It was like clockwork. Bam, bam, bam. We know how to work out here. So all of a sudden, he was like, hey, man, you know, that group you gave me, I already made like $800 off of them. Plus, I'm going to make another $600 off of them, taking them to Sedona and coming back. I'm like, you know how much Uber pay people to go to Sedona? Like $150. All the way up to Sedona, you get $150 on Uber and Lyft to take somebody there. $150. Alan getting $600. $600. This is how we work out here. If you don't have a team, you can't take care of your city. This is our city. This ain't Lyft city. This ain't Uber city. This is our city. We take care of our city. When somebody call my number on my truck, I got you. Don't worry about it. Jeff, you're going to be out of town. Don't worry about where I'm going to be at, what time you need to be picked up. Jeff, you too far away. You way down in Santana. Don't worry about it, what time you need to be picked up. That's all I need to know, what time you need to be picked up. I'm starting making phone calls. I'm dispatching. I'm like, hey, man. And Alan like, dude, that group you send me for 150? Shit, I'm going to make almost 2 G's off of them. This is why we do private rides. This is why we do private rides. Oh, yeah, they went a 160 to Yuma. Yuma's 3.5 hours away. 3.5 hours away, $160. I'm like, it's only like an hour and a half up to Sedona. Alan getting about $600 to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours north, hour and a half, 2 hours back. And he said he going to go hiking while he up there because he hadn't been in a while. He going to go up there and go hiking. He getting paid $600 to go hiking. This is what happens when you have a team, when you ain't scared to be on teams. All money ain't yours. There's no way you can be so greedy. You think every dollar on these streets is yours. No, man, get that. Alan went and got that money. Alan hit me back, dude. I closed the deal. Appreciate it. That means them ladies know, hey, if you call numbers on the side of trucks, they close deals. You ain't got to go through Uber or Lyft. Call a number on the side of a truck. I told Alan, because you hooked me up and you helped my people out like that, I said, I'm going to get a number for the side of your truck too. I'm going to put your phone number on the side of your truck just so people can call you direct. Alan's on our team. I don't care if he makes more than me. He's making money off the app. He's keeping people off the app. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there you go, right there. So I'm glad you're talking about private rides. I've never seen so many $2, $3, $4, $5. My AR is terrible. Oh yeah, they're killing us right now. They're killing us right now with these low rides. Like I said, I did Lyft last night. I don't even know how much I made on Lyft. I ended up quitting. I did one of my last rides was a $40 cash ride from Scottsdale back down to Tempe, $40. All last night I made like what $140. I was online for 3.5 hours, made $140, but really they shorted me. They shorted me. It says 141 on my app. They shorted me. They shorted me $51 on a ride. I wasn't gonna tell nobody yet because I was gonna put that shit on a video, but I'm gonna show you motherfuckers. They shorted me. And then after they shorted me, I contacted. They said, I have added a $51.36 bonus to your account, which you can expect to see in the bonus earnings within 5 business days. So that they added that shit back to my account. They shorted me $51 on a ride last night. I was supposed to take this dude. Where is that shit at? Here it is. Upfront pay for an Excel from an event. Upfront pay was $85.92. I said, oh, yeah, I'll take that. Y'all gonna see it on the video. You gonna see it when I drop the video because I was screen recording. $85.92. I said, I'll take it. I dropped the people off 5 miles earlier than what we were supposed to do. 5 miles earlier. It was like I went 26 miles. 26 miles, 42 minutes is what I drove. 26 miles for these motherfuckers gave me $34. $34 out of 85 up front. Shit. I pulled that truck over so damn quick. I pulled my ass, man. I said, hey, you motherfuckers stealing from me. Y'all thieves. I said, y'all said I was getting $85. I only stopped 5 miles early. That's it. I said, only stop 5 miles early. How you gonna do that to me? because the estimated was 32 miles, 31.94. I went 26. So about 6 miles earlier, I stopped. It said I was supposed to drive for 43 minutes. I drove for 42 minutes. They shorted me $50 for 5 miles. I said, you don't pay me $10 a mile. So how can you take $10 a mile away from me? You don't pay me. This ride was 26 miles, paying $85. It wasn't even $3 a mile. It wasn't even a $3 a mile ride, but you're taking away $10 per mile that I didn't drive. If anything, take away $3. You should take away $18 out of the 85. 18. They took away $51. Oh, I went the fuck off. I went off. That's all I got was $34 for that 40 some minutes. They text my man. I was on their ass about everything. Sherman antitrust, independent contracting. You know, I was talking about lawsuits. Man, these motherfuckers said I have added $51 back to your account. I said, we better. You'll see it in 5 days. You better. Because like I said, motherfucker, I took the LSAT. That's my shit. I took the LSAT. I didn't go to law school. I got accepted into law school and I didn't even go. I took the LSAT. You playing with my $51? This ain't no $3-4. This is $51. I drove 42 minutes and I got $34 in a big ass truck. No, where's my other $51 at? Oh no, that was upfront. You stopped because you know the ride was shorter than the actual. I don't give a fuck what the ride was. You really want to go to war with me? You want to go to war with me over $51? Because I will accept every single ride you send me and convert them motherfuckers for $60 a piece. Do you really want to go to war with me over $51? We'll give you 51, Jeff. Thank you. I'll see it within the next 5 days. Because I don't play that shit, man. This ain't no $3-4. It's like, no, I'm gonna hit their ass up. I said, no, y'all owe me, man. That shit said 85. I took it for 85, not 34. Come on, man. And this is how we do. So it says 141 on the app. It should be 195. Should be about 195. It says 141. Then I got the $40 cash. So that was about $230 I made last night driving, maybe total about 2-3 hours. So I was like, I'm good. 2 nights in a row, I did that shit. I only go out for like 2-3 hours. And people are like, dude, how do you not drive that many hours, but you make a lot of money? You got to know how to do this shit. I drove 81 miles so far, 81 miles, almost 4 hours. And that's what I made in about 4 hours of driving. 3 hours and 48 minutes, $354. And that's not counting the 51 they owe me. That should be $405. This should be 405. Yeah, it says 354 when they add that 51 to it. So I'm like, no, we're not playing that game, man. We're not playing that game. So Lyft, you know, and they said, have we answered your question? I was speaking to AI. And I'm like, I'm not talking to AI. So AI, they said, would you speak to an agent? I typed in agent. Now the agent got on, say, okay, I'm talking to a person now. Cool. All right, let's chat. I'm not talking to AI. AI don't fuck with me. AI don't feel me. AI don't feel me. That's why I like riding with people. People feel me. Motherfucker slide me $100 bills, $50 bills, $40 bills. AI, they don't feel me. AI is analytical. I'm on my grind. AI is not on their grind. AI is analytical. It's data. So I need to talk to a person. I need to talk to somebody who on their grind, somebody who ain't ate a meal one day because they ain't got no money. I need to talk to a broke motherfucker. Let me talk to somebody who need money. AI don't need money. I need my money. 51. So of course, the person who missed a few meals in their life, they knew how I was acting. This motherfucker don't want to miss a meal. No, I don't want to miss a meal. I'm hungry. I'm in these streets. We'll get you $51. Thank you. I appreciate it. Enjoy your lunch. Because I ain't playing that shit, man. We hungry. I don't want to speak to no computer. Computer don't eat. I need to speak to somebody that eat food. Because if I go hungry in these fucking streets dealing with you people, oh, trust me, I will convert everything I accept until I eat right. Because I'm getting my money out of this deal. I didn't accept that deal for $34. I didn't. So when I'm out dealing with my people, like I said, I'm out here talking to people now. I got all my private rides in my phone. I got people set up, you know, for tonight. I got private rides set up for tonight. I got to drop a party off in Scottsdale, drop them off at 11, shoot somewhere, pick them up at 11:30, get them all the way back to Mesa. That right there is going to be at least 200. So that's my 200 right there just for that little bit. And that's 2 rides, 200. And I'm already going in that direction anyway. So I set my shit up to be a loop. And the people even told me, I told her, I said, when I was texting her, I told her, I said, you know what? Because I don't like, running wire to wire like that. So I told the lady, I said, I have a party I got to drop off at 11 in Old Town. So let me make sure the group is going to be on time, because it's like herding cats. You got a lot of girls all over the fucking place. I'm like, this shit's like herding cats. Girls like, oh, my makeup, my hair, my feet, my heels, my motherfucking elbows rusty. I'm like, that shit's like herding cats. So I was like, you know what? She said, hey, even if they're late, we'll wait for you. That's how cool my people are. Even if they're late, we'll wait for you. Appreciate it, because they know I'm trying to do my community service out here. I'm trying to take care of community out here. I'm trying to eat out here. I'm like everybody else. So when y'all don't see me on these live streams, y'all don't see me doing shit, I'm in these streets like everybody else. I'm not just sitting on a YouTube telling y'all y'all need to do this. No, I'm showing you. You want your money, you got to fight for it. If they don't give it to you, you better say, give me my shit or I'm going to take my shit. You got to get out there and fight for it. When I wanted my $51, you think I'm going to say, oh, man. Then when they sat there and said, oh, well, AI was like, yeah, the ride was paid. Let's do that. I said, no. I said, you motherfuckers don't pay me $10 a mile. So you're not taking away $10 a mile from my fare. If you want to take away $2 or $3 a mile, knock yourself out. But $10 a mile? No. Let me speak to an agent. Agent, type that shit in real quick. Agent. And this is how you got to be. If you're a business person, you're a professional driver, you're a private driver, you're a true business person, you understand where I'm coming from. Every transaction is a negotiation. It teeters on whether or not you make it tonight or not. Because last night, y'all gonna hear when I dropped the video, I had a screen record. I was beat. I was mentally beat. I was upset. I was done. I wasn't doing no more rides. You're gonna hear it on the video. I was doing no more rides. I was that pissed off. Parked by a wall, sitting by a wall, $8 surge on my phone. I'm saying fuck everybody. Rides, you're going to see all these rides coming through. $6 a mile rides coming through. And I'm like, $5 a mile rides coming through. $3 a mile rides coming through. I was that mad last night. I'm just watching rides come through. And you're going to hear me on the screen say, man, I'm just going to turn this shit off and go home. Eventually, I picked up this guy. It was right around the corner. It's like $8. Something. I don't even know how much it was. Let me see. But like I said, when I drop the video, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Because I know I didn't do a lot of rides after that because I was so heated. I was fucking hot. I did a ride. It was 1.6 miles, 1.6, and it was $15. $15, 1.6 miles. So I had to do it. It was a $15 a mile ride, $15 a mile. But, excuse me, so I picked him up. And we chatted, we talked. Thank you, Dorit. Appreciate that. Way less miles. That's what I'm saying. We doing way less miles on our cars. We out here I want $15 a mile. I want to average I told you, if you can drive 30,000 miles a year and I give you $4 a mile average for all the miles you drive, 30,000 miles a year, you just basically drove 3,000 miles a month, which is probably around about 500 miles a week, 556. You making $120,000 and you ain't even driving. You sitting places. But I picked up this dude last night and he brought me back because I was done. After that $51 fiasco, I was done. I was pissed. I was sitting at the gas station eating cookies. I was so pissed off. I ain't even finished eating my cookies. I always eat all the cookies. I didn't even eat all the cookies. By the time I was done driving that night, the cookie was still out in there with the open bag. The motherfucker was hard as a brick. I threw the shit in the trash can. You never see me throw a chocolate chip cookie in the trash can. I'm 51 years old. I ain't never threw a chocolate chip cookie in the trash can. I threw that motherfucker in the trash can. I was that mad. When you got me throwing away chocolate chip fucking cookies, you done pissed me off. Yeah. Not the cookie. Yes, the cookies. I was upset. What up, Chris or Garrett, who's ever out there? I was that mad. I threw the chocolate chip cookies in the trash can. I'm like, man. Picked the dude up. Dude brought me back. I was happy. We was chatting and laughing. He drove a Honda. He drove a Volkswagen, not a Touareg. It was the other one, Tiguan. He drove the Tiguan. So we was talking about 4-cylinder turbo, 6-cylinder supercharger, 6-cylinder turbos. We talking engines. We talking transmissions. We talking this and that. Brought me back. Sometimes you got to, and you hear me talking about it on the video. Sometimes you got to talk about cars. Talk about the garage. Talk about something other than what's going on. And I'm an engine guy. I like air induction. I like turbos. I like superchargers. I like exhaust systems. I like, working on transmissions. That's my piece right there. Like some people like to put puzzles and shit together. I like working on transmissions. We just different like that. So I was like, he brought me back. So I did another couple of rides after that. Picked up a group of guys, 2 groups of guys after. Man, we had a good time. Picked up some kids from El Cajon out in San Diego. They was out here visiting. We had a good time. And I almost went home with Surge and all that on my phone after that fiasco with Lyft. I almost went home. But I stayed out there and passengers brought me back. It's Jeff, you ain't like that? Come on, man. Make this money. Make this money. So the next 2, like the one ride, oh, thank you, Miss Roxy, with the Hummer and a hat, was good. That's Roxy. She's in my raps all the time. Roxy's famous. I'll be rapping about Roxy. Say, hey, she put that Hummer on a hat, tell you get in the back. Shoot, that's Roxy. So my next ride was 5 miles, and it was $22. So I was running about $4 a mile. So 5 miles, $22. And this was after the fiasco. So I was doing good. I was getting, banging rides after that because I was upset. And I was going to leave all this money on the table and just go home. I was like, man, I'm out of here, man. I'm too mad to even drive. But it was a ride. Like I said, the dude with the Volkswagen was right around the corner. I said, well, let me pick him up. I'll drop him off and I'll just go home. I'll just get it over with. Nope. I picked him up. Dude, he was the perfect person to pick up. We was talking about cars the whole ride. It wasn't even that long of a ride, but then we pulled up, we see his Volkswagen, we see the Tiguan sitting there. I was like, damn, that thing's clean. That's like a little sports car, man. It's a sports SUV. And we chatted about it. And I was like, you know what? I feel good. Let me do another pickup. Sometimes you need that. You need somebody just to shake that off real quick. I feel it coming around the mountain. She be coming around the mountain when she come. Woo, woo. That's Roxy right there. She be on the road. I'm telling you that, hey, when you hear the raps, that's who I'm talking about. This lady right here, she be out there getting money. This lady be getting money. What up, KH? Appreciate you catching the stream. Yeah, but Roxy, she's one of our drivers. She's one of the 300 that drives in about 4 or 5 different states. Like she'll drive in Phoenix, and next week she's in San Antonio. The next week she's like somewhere in Virginia, and she's authorized to drive in all of them. And she's got a Volkswagen, and this little car has seen so many parts of America. This lady, and when people say that they're scared to do rideshare at night, oh, I'm scared to do it at night, man. I don't trust these people. This lady does rideshare in America. It ain't even at night. She is anywhere, everywhere. This lady has no fear. You talk about 300. This is why I put this lady in my raps. You talk about 300. I'm scared to drive at night. I don't know if people go. This lady, she's all by herself. No dog in the car, just by herself, just driving around America, picking strangers up, dropping people off. Best friends. She making best friends with people left and right. This lady got heart, man. She got heart. I made a video a long time ago talking about how a lot of women in rideshare seem to be more brave versus the men in rideshare. This is one of them. She's one of them. Man, this lady, she be like, hey, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to try to make $500 a day. She don't talk about, well, yeah, I don't know nobody in that neighborhood. It might be at nighttime. I don't know this lady, you ain't never heard her make no excuse. She don't make excuses. She make money. She needs that shirt, Roxy. It just says, Roxy, I don't make excuses. I make money. That's it. That's all you need to say. I don't make excuses. I make money. Roxy. That lady be out there, man. Say, hey, there you go, Roxy. I appreciate you, lady. I appreciate you. She said, I'm just like you, here to make. Hey, when she be in our chats and stuff like that, she don't be in them often. But when she's in it, this lady fanning out nothing but 20s, fanning out hundreds, all by herself in America doing work. This lady ain't never had no excuse. Oh, no, man. And you hear me, man, traffic sucks. I'm not going out there dealing with this traffic. Roxy be like, traffic? Shit, that's more money. This lady, she will find a way to turn traffic into a $100 bill. Like, shit, this is a lot of traffic. She's like, all she see is dollar signs. She's like, oh, the longer I wait, ooh, the more I make. Man, that's Roxy for you right there. That lady, man. This is, oh, yeah, I'm there. Praise. I'm telling you, Roxy, she is out there, man. Roxy's out there. And I got to remember that shirt. Say, I don't make excuses. I make money. Roxy. That's it, with a period after her name. Roxy, period. That's all it is. All right, what you doing today? Hey, brother, I'm Roxy today. Shit, I'm Roxy. I ain't making no excuses. I'm finna make 500. Man, hey, well, she don't play. Hey, she be in chats like this today, man. And it's like, no fear, no fear. She be out there, man. And you see a lot of cats, man, I'm not going to that neighborhood. I don't know people over there, man. I don't know it's nighttime. I don't know the sun going down. This lady be like, who's throwing a convention? San Antonio? I'm driving to. She was here. Next thing you know, where you at? Oh, I'm in Tucson. Look what the hell you doing? Oh, I'm on my way to Texas. I'm gonna go out there and work and make some money. I'm like, this lady, she don't stop. She's so making a list in Austin. Hummel's coming to Texas. Hey, there you go. There you go. Like I said, so when I put Roxy in my rap, trust me, I knew who I was talking about because I already know this lady. So when y'all be like, man, y'all see, rappers out there going get their money, isn't that Roxy? She's like that. She's got that spirit. She's got that hip hop spirit, that rap spirit, man. She's out there getting it. And so when I threw her in my rap, she's the least person you'd ever think involved in rap, the least. But she's got the spirit of what we do in hip hop. We go get it. We go get it. We stay hungry. We don't make no excuses. We out there trying to get it. That's what that lady reminds me of, man. When I see her out there, yep, she go where the money's at, man. She go where the money's at. And hopefully, like I said, she's got it. I think, Roxy, do you have your permit out here? Because you might want to get a permit for Arizona, because if they start changing everything to where drivers can't do things without that permit, get it while still cheap. It was $10 for me. Get it while it's still cheap, man. Oh yeah, look at Eric said, yeah, she's definitely a rock star. Yeah. Like, man, yeah, that's a no kids grown kid. Oh yeah. Roxy, she ain't got time for kids. She be like, please, if Roxy had a kid, she'd be like, hey, you gonna get a tutor because we on the road. We got to go down to San Antonio and work this event. I'll teach you economics. Roxy will be out there. She don't care, man. Well, let me turn this fan on. Y'all got me in here cracking up, man. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, Daytona, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Soon, Don, continue to raise more for expansion. Just added Idaho to the mix. Yep, Idaho's now on Hum. And I'm going to tell people about Hum. Like I said, I'm glad you're in here, Chris or Garrett, whoever you are. Maybe you're Anna. Who knows? You could be, Anthony. You could be Eddie. But a lot of people out there don't trust the system of what Hum is because they're used to the Uber indoctrination of sit and we'll put you to work. That's what they're used to, the indoctrination. Sit, we'll put you to work. Does that not sound like employment to you? Sounds like employment. Sit, we'll put you to work. What a business person does is says, where's the market? Thank you. Time to wake up. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Too many pigeons out here afraid to make money. They rather struggle for 16 hours to make 300 instead of doing 5-6 hours. Stockholm syndrome. There you go. I'm just about to talk about that. Time to wake up. That's my man right there. Oh, Chris, what's good? That's Chris, y'all, the Hum. That's the Hum CEO right there. That's Chris. So if you guys want to say what's up to Chris, he's in the chat. Let him know, man. It's not every day you get the CEO of a corporation that you can just sit and chat with. Great guy, man. Very personable. That's why I like Hum. But I'm going to tell you something. You're not going to be like those Uber apps where you just sit and they say, you sit and we'll tell you where to go. We'll tell you what you do. No, this is a business app. And a lot of us say, well, we're not getting pings on Hum. We're not getting pings. I'm going to tell you right now, I have sat and talked to people in my phone. I have text messages from people who sell commercial insurance. I'm already paying $700 insurance a month for my cars, all my cars. I'm going to be paying $1,400 to $1,600 a month when I add commercial. $1,400 to $1,600 is what I'll be paying just for insurance, just to drive these cars. Hum knocks out $800 of that. I pay Hum $30 a month. That's it, $30 a month. And they say, Jeff, give us $30 and we'll do $800 worth of service for you. I'm like, what idiot wouldn't do that? Wait a minute. You telling me if I give you $30, you're going to give me $800 back? Yep. Give us 30, we'll give you 800. That's basically what Hum is doing. Every month I give them $30. They give me $800. I pay $730 a month for insurance instead of $1,500 a month for insurance. So I'm like, this is easy. Whether I get a ping or not, it don't matter. I have insurance. Who you got for commercial insurance? Hey, I can do a private ride because the way Hum is set up, it is an app. unlike any other app. Oh, we're going to need more apps in Arizona. Trust me, we're going to need more apps. But Hum, that's like a set of vice grips. That's the tool in your toolbox that you always, that's the 10 millimeter. That's something you always tend to grab. Like you always using a 10 millimeter for something. So I'm like, I need a 10 millimeter. I got the only platform for private rides. There you go. 330 for 800, man. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. So all I got to do, if I want to take this person and they say, I don't want to pay for Uber and I have a right, I don't want to pay for Uber. What up, Steve? I don't want to pay for Uber. How can I get you to take me? Any driver can walk up. Ma'am, you don't want to go with him. He don't got commercial insurance. I'm like, the fuck I don't. Watch this shit. Boom, I got Hum. Open Hum. You see that button that says manual ride. Beep, hit manual ride. What's your phone number? You're now insured, lady. Where do you want to go? There's no other app that allows you to do that right now on the fly. On the fly. What's your phone number? You're now commercially insured. Where'd you like to go? That is a powerful tool. That is a very powerful tool. No other app has that. Like I said, we're going to need apps out here for all levels of the game. All levels of the game. But Hum covers almost every base you need to be covered. And I'm telling y'all that, man. I'm telling y'all that. Yeah, $479 a month without Hum, so it isn't going to fly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. $479 a month for commercial insurance. Or you just say, I'll just give you $30. Oh, we got you covered. Give me $30. So to me, $30 is what I'll pay for eternity until things change to where it has to end, because everything's going to increase. My mortgage went up. When I bought this house, my mortgage was around 14 and something a month. It's down 15.34. You know why? Because property values go up. Shit happens. So I'm already mentally prepared. Gas prices go up. I'm mentally prepared for Hum going up. Y'all saw my bank account. I'm mentally prepared for Hum's price to kind of go up. So if it goes up a little bit, that's cool. Jeff, we were charging you 30. We got to charge you 35. Hey, you know what? Bro, it's not 800. That's all I give a shit about. That's all I care. Oh, yeah, we'll be expanding the platform. Here we go. We'll be expanding the platform to cover some of those other bases for you guys. Perfect. Because we're going to need that. And you're hearing this from the CEO himself. This is Chris himself. We'll be expanding the platform to cover some of those other bases for you guys. So I can't sit on here. My live streams are different. Like I said, this shit's real time. This is like in your face. This is the barbecue. We all sitting around eating ribs. We passing the plate. Y'all hearing it. And my live streams are not regurgitated. We do things on the fly because we need to hear real time what's affecting my pockets today. Let me read you some of my Hum rides. I'll read you. This is what Hum does for me. I'll read you some of it because I think you guys, if you like, I can say it, but if you don't ever see it, you won't even know. Let me go. Where's my ride history? Okay. I don't know. Like, you won't be able to see this. Wait a minute. Let me tone it down some. Yeah, I don't think you guys will be able to see none of that, but these are all rides history. These are how my rides on Hum go. $33.99, $36.45, $36.10, $31.94, $41, $39, $67.89, $74.59, $51, $39, $72, $48, $39, $59, $65, $37, $45, $31, $58, $43, $45, $46, $53, $47, $55. You didn't see nothing under $30. Nothing under $30. The highest was like 70, but I guarantee it was, if Hum charged 70, I probably charged like 80, 85. Because I had to drive to the people. Hum only charges for the actual trip itself. So if I got to drive 20 miles to get to you, I might ding you for the 20. I might say, hey, you know what? For the extra 20 miles, just give me $20. I'll charge you $1 amount to get to you. But Hum's going to charge you 77. So I'll charge you 100. Let's make it a fair 100. That's it. And I'm going to tell you, there's nothing in my phone you heard less than 30. And these are all short rides. These are not long rides. Some of these rides might be 15 miles, 20 miles, airport to Scottsdale, airport to Mesa, Mesa to airport. But sometimes what you got to do is consider, if you think you're on Uber and you're going to be fed rides all day. Hum is not like that. Because what's Uber going to feed me? $2.62, $3, $3.05, $7, $8. I got 77. That's $77 is 11 Uber rides. I did it in one ride. If you want to go get the money, You got to go hit them big fish. You can't just worry about, well, Uber's going to feed me. I'm going to be getting pings all day. Uber is great. I just stay busy. I stay busy. Look at this, man. $3, $4, $8, $11. You don't hear none of that shit on that app. None of it. 31 was the lowest I even said. 31. And like I said, 31 was the app. I probably charged 50 because I had to drive to the people. So you got to understand, you can do a whole bunch of little pigeon shit rides all day. Now, when they gave me that, oh yeah, they give me a $6 per ride bonus plus a tip plus a surge. I did that on Lyft for a week and made like 2 G's in like what, 30 hours. It was like, hey, I'm not doing 84 like some channels. Fuck that. I'll 30 hours. I can make 2 G's in 30 hours. If you make the environment right for me, I'll make 2 G's in 30 hours. I'll do it. And I'll show you how. I'm not going to talk about it online. My ass is in the streets. I'll tell you about it when I'm done. Because I'm going to be out there getting, I'm Roxy today. I'm out there getting that money today. Exactly. Oh, and trust me, Dom, I was tired. All them rides, bro, my lower back was hurting. I feel good now. My lower back was hurting. I was like, oh man, I'm getting killed out here, man. Killed out here. But when you stop waiting on people to feed you breadcrumbs. Who somebody said breadcrumbs. There we go. E-Love said that. When you stop waiting on them to feed you breadcrumbs and throw you popcorn at the park, you stop being a pigeon. $7, $3, $4. If I just keep adding these $4 rides up, 10 $4 rides makes $40. I did one $40 cash ride from Scottsdale down to Tempe last night. I just picked them up in Scottsdale, drove them down to Tempe. That was it. $40. Cool. Or you can do 10 of them at $4 a piece and be like, man, you all over the place. Got people in out your car kicking your mats over and shit. It's like, no, you don't want to do that. Stop thinking Uber and Lyft run the market. Drivers run the market. That's why they want to change the way they call us. They used to call us earners. Guess what? We're professional drivers. Guess what? We're private drivers. Guess what? We're paid. We're paid drivers over here. We ain't no earners. We getting paid. And if they want to try to call us a new name to make us think being on their app is now respectful. You've been calling us earners for how long? Oh, they're earners. They're not driving partners. They're just earners. Disrespecting my name. I'm a professional driver. Put some respect on that. I'm making $100 an hour. Put some respect on that. What W-2 is going to pay me $100 an hour? Put some respect on that. If I'm out making that money, I'm out there making 2 G's in 30 hours. Put some respect on that. Don't call me no earner. I am a professional driver. I am getting people safely point A to point B. I'm keeping my transition lubricated. I'm keeping my engine lubricated. Keep my tires brand new, tie rods operating. I will get you to and from and take care of this machine at the same time. Put some respect on that. And all they think is that they left a W-2 and they got a set of keys. I'm a driver too. You not a professional driver. What's this shirt say right here? There's levels to this. There's levels to this. You can't call yourself a professional driver because you got a set of car keys. Everybody ain't out there. They not professional. Jeff keeps it all lubricated. Time to wake up would catch that shit. You would catch that. But no, man. If we out here making 100 and people be like, there's no way you make 100 an hour. I can only show you. I can't tell you shit. I can show you. Like I said, this right here, like I said, this should be $400 because they shorted me $51. That's $354 and 3 hours, 48 minutes. They should say 401. So that's $401 in less than 4 hours. I'm making $100 an hour. The week before that, I made $476 in 5.5 hours, not counting any cash. $476 in 5.5, almost $100 an hour. The week before that, because I'm telling y'all, these motherfuckers got to put respect in our name. The week before that, what did I make? Come on, thing. The internet's slower than me today. I mean, this is Lyft stuff. $2,125 in 35 hours. Part-time job. I'm making 2 G's part-time job. You got to put some respect on that. I'm not like you. Put some respect on that. And what is Uber and Lyft doing? Oh, you want to be a professional driver? You want to be a private driver? You want to be, I was like, oh yeah, now y'all trying to call us something more than earners now. Now you calling us something more than earners now because they see we earning this money the right way because I call myself a professional driver. I drive a Lux BMW even though you don't have a Lux platform. I drive black on Uber even though Uber don't let me drive black for them. I'm a professional driver. If I'm out there getting it, I'm getting it. I'm not letting you give it to me. I'm not sitting around waiting for you to give it to me. I'm out there getting it. I told you I'm Roxy. I'm Roxy. I'm going to go out there and get it. I'm not playing, man. I'm not playing. If we out here making this money, we out here going to make it. This is what we do. How these billionaires got trillions and billions on our backs. Trillions and billions on our backs. But you call us an earner and you don't put no respect on my name. How are you getting these trillions? Through respectful people. You're getting these trillions through us. Put some respect on our name. But now, like I said, you see it all in their apps now. Ooh, you're professional. Ooh, you're this, you're that. I'm like, I know it. You ain't got to tell me I'm professional on your app. I've been telling you I was professional. I've been telling you I'm a professional. You ain't telling me. Oh, they even said it on the app. Would you like to be a professional driver? See how you can become one. Motherfucker, I see how I could become one every day. I look in the mirror and realize what I got to change. If my attitude is off, change it, Jeff. Be professional. If my gear is not together, Jeff, put on that polo shirt. Don't wear that shirt. Be professional. If my shoes need to be clean, pop your shoes off, Jeff. Wipe them down real good with some Fabuloso and clean them and make them smell good. You clean out your car. Jeff, be professional. You ain't got to give me a website telling me, come over here and let me show you how to be professional. No, I'm showing you how we're professional. And now the apps are changing what they call us now. Private drivers. Platinum. They got the plat. I'm like, bro, y'all late. Y'all late. We've been there already. We already been there. We've been there. Oh, the email from Uber about updating their acceptance and cancellation rate. I don't do. Oh, AAAZ, you already know. What is lesson 1? Know your worth. Eric got to know your worth shirt. So check this shit out. He lays it on the bed. And he'll lay his know your worth shirt on the bed, and he'll lay out all of his cash ride shit. I mean, he'll fan that shit out. $500-$600 just fanned out. Know your worth. Uber would have probably gave him 130 of that, 180 of that, 210 of that. Eric fan that shit out. I ain't waiting on them. I know my worth. Eric fan that shit out and he posts that shit in the chat. Bam. This is how we get down. If I say, man, I can't do a ride, Bighorn Kev has stepped up and took care of fam for me. Hey, Jeff, I got them. Don't worry about it. I know it's a long ride for you. You way over there. Let me do it for you. Bruh, let me send you the information, Kev. Jamil, same way. Jeff, I'm double booked. There's no way I can do this. Is there? What time? 11:30? I got you. Don't worry about it. Same thing. Hit me up. Jamie Carey hit me up. Jamie's like, Jeff, I need you to do this and I need you to do that. I'm like, Jamie, shit, let me call Jamil. Jamil, can you? Jamil's like, I got it. Don't worry. This is how we do each other out here. Ain't nobody failing out here. Set up all the rides you need to set up. Be the professional you need to be. You got a team behind your back. Never be scared to say, I got you at 11:30, knowing you already got somebody booked at 11:30. Because you got a team behind you. Don't let them choose the app. This is your community, not Uber and Lyft community. Just say, hey, I got you tomorrow at 11:30. I'll get you. Text them back. Hey, how you doing? Actually, I got something booked, but Jamil's going to pick you up. He's got an Aviator. This is what his car looks like. Oh, perfect. No problem. Can he fit 4? He can fit 4. Jamil's got your information. He'll be talking to you. Thank you. We do that. We do that out here. These apps see us doing that because they know the 300. They see us coming. They looking at the channel. They ain't stupid. Now they want to put some respect on our name, calling us private drivers. Hey, why don't you guys all get driving permits? Everybody in Vegas already got a business license. I told all y'all in Vegas, you already got business licenses. How are you a business license, but you're not allowed to do business? How do you have a business? That's like you saying, I got toilet paper, but you're not allowing me to wipe my ass. What I'm going to do, just hold it? No. If you got a business license, use it. You are a business. Use it. You have a license from the state of Nevada. Use it. Clark County. Use it. And I'm one of those people that say, hey, if you out there letting them play you, letting them misinform you to say your business license is not valid unless we say it's valid for certain transactions. No. If the transaction I'm doing for you is valid, then how come the transaction I do for me is invalid if I got the same license, the same insurance, the same permits, but you saying I have to do it for you and I can't do it for me when we're independent contractors, not employees? Make the shit make sense. Make it make sense. It's like, man, this live stream is sponsored by D's Nuts. I know it for real. Oh man, Dave. Hey man, that's my brother right there, David, man. Hey, and I was talking about you in the last video. See, this is the drive. Hey, he came, like I said, he flew, and I'm actually talking about you on the video. The video I got in my phone right now. Oh, I should find it. I should find that part. I'm gonna give you a little touch of what I talked about, what I said about you. It's already in my phone recorded, and I'm gonna tell you right now why you here. I said David was raised like me. I said David is very considerate. He's respectful. He is not typical of what you find in a black man in 2024. And I meant that shit when I said it on that video. I said it. There are people out here who I meet in these streets driving this big ass truck who are nothing like David, nothing like me. They are very inconsiderate people. And when you say Black Lives Matter or I care about my black brothers, but you try to play me the fuck out and we the same skin color, I don't like that. See, David is opposite. He's like me. He don't even look at me as black. David was raised to treat people like people. He don't care that I'm a black man. He happens to be a black man who is in tune with his humanity. He knows how to operate on this planet. That's why he's going to be very successful at anything he fucking touches. He took care of me when he came out. I took care of him. He took care of me back. And it was just a mutual thing. There was no asking in this. No, hey, brother, what you need, I got you. And on the back end, he said, I got you too, brother. That right there is different. Because I'm used to dealing with certain people who want to hustle you, scam you, scheme you, have you mad at them, hating at them online, this and that. And we all the same color. It's crazy shit. But I said it on that video because something happened to me last night with a couple of brothers that I didn't appreciate, And I talked about it on that video last night. That kind of had me heated. And that's the thing. You were here on the video. It was back-to-back occurrences. I got screwed by Lyft. Then I got screwed by these brothers right behind it. I don't want to talk about it too much because I want to save it for the video because it's already recorded. But I talked about you on that video. I specifically talked about you because we really do affect each other. We do affect each other. People think we're just drivers or we're just earners. We're humans. We have emotions. We treat people a certain way that AI can't treat us. We get out of a car and it's like, man, this is like, that dude was a cool dude, man. That was a cool brother. You got tears in your eyes laughing and shit. You don't get that from AI. This is why rideshare and ride service will never fade away, no matter how many Waymos they fucking put out there. Because a Waymo ain't going to have you laughing to where you crying tears. A Waymo ain't going to have you remembering how you were raised as a kid. A Waymo ain't going to have you remembering that. When you get out of the car with somebody who's in tune with who they are and y'all just vibing and jabbing and this and that, next thing you know, you're like, man, I'm glad I picked dude up, man. I'm glad I picked that lady up, man. I'm glad dude picked me up. It's different. It's different when you really love what you do. When I tell people I love working on transmissions, I got a truck outside. I got to get it back across the street. But when I drove that, after I rebuilt the transmission and I did, you got air in the lines. You got air in your valve body. You got air everywhere because everything was completely empty. Everything was empty. No fluid and nothing. So I had to add all new fluid. Started it up. Truck was fine. You put it in part, you go through all your gears, you see where your level's at, you keep adding transmission fluid until you get to a point where it's right in between the code because it's going to eventually go to hot. Excuse me, you still got air in the lines. So I'm kind of driving it up and down the street, getting the air out of the lines, letting it sit, letting it park, letting the transmission pump everything through the valve body, let it sit for a day, drove it the next day, drove a whole lot better the next day because the air was all out of the lines. Now I got true hydraulic pressure. Working on a car has patience. You have to have patience. Dealing with rideshare, sometimes you got to have patience. You got to sit in the parking lot and relax and fucking calm down. You got to deal with people who bring you back sometimes. People like David who bring you back to how you was raised, to bring you back to appreciating humanity. That's the difference, man. When I say we're professional drivers, it's not just about using turn signals and brake pedals, man. It's about everything involved with being a professional human. Being a pro at this shit, being a vet at this. I am not a new human. I'm a 51-year-old vet of humanity. I'm a pro at being a human. So you put me behind a wheel or you put me in a garage, you put me in any transaction, I'm going to be a pro at being a human because I've been here. I've seen a lot. Vegas, St. Louis, Wisconsin, Montana, Iowa, Virginia, West Virginia, Tennessee, Alabama, Illinois, Indiana, Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, California, Oregon. Man, I've been Washington, Seattle. I'm a pro at this shit. So you put somebody in my car, oh, trust me, they about to have an experience. I ain't just wake up. I ain't just walk out the house. I wasn't just coded yesterday. This is generations of coding. 5 decades of coding on this planet. 5 decades of being built. So, of course, somebody get in my car. Oh, man, them kids last night was so happy. They was dying. They tipped me $5 on the way out. Kids ain't even got money. Tipped me $5 on the way out. They was so damn happy. We was laughing like a motherfucker the whole time driving. They was leaving a Halloween party. I had them dying laughing about some girls they was talking about. So, and they was like, bro, we got to use that. Because, of course, I've been through way more women than they've been through. So I got a lot of experience. So I'm telling them shit. And they are dying laughing, cracking up laughing. But I keep it real with them. Keep it real with them. Waymo ain't going to keep it real with you. Waymo ain't never fucking no girls. So how you going to get in the car with a Waymo and be like, Waymo, man, I'm having an issue with this goddamn girl, man. This girl's crazy. This girl, Waymo, and a girl chromosome XX and chromosome XY has to be properly identified depending on what they want to identify as. Are you sure it was a girl? Yes, no. Man, you can't have no conversation with AI. Talk to me. Shit, what she say? Oh, bro, this is what it is. That's why we are professionals at what we do. Because somebody get in the car, we already know. I got a 22-year-old kid, 16-year-old kid. I'm 51-year-old. We've been through generations of women. They got the new age girls. I got the old school girls. So therefore, I could tell them shit about the girls that they with that they don't even know about yet. They're like, dude, how do you know that, Dad? I'm like, motherfucker, because I'm there. I've been there, motherfucker. I'm there. And so it's like, I've been everywhere, man. So it's like I tell folks, man, you got to understand that a Waymo versus us in our community, we keep our community like this. We keep our community laughing. We keep our community cracking up. We keep our community crying about some sad shit. Keep our community inspired. When I showed them, man, I went through a fire in 2015. I show motherfuckers that. When I'm in my car, oh, yeah, I do. I'll be like, oh, yeah, man, this and that. They be like, oh, man, you know this. And I say, bro, everything ain't always gold, man. I said, I went through a fire in 2015. I went through an explosion. This is the picture I showed him. That's what I look like at 10 o'clock. The explosion happened at about 2 p.m. and this was 10 a.m. the next day. So that wasn't even a full 12 hours, I don't think. That wasn't even a full. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. It was a little more than 12 hours. But I show people that shit to let them know your life could be gone in an instant. I was in a garage working when a garage blew up. It could have been gone in an instant. I could not even be here right now. But here I am, and I'm living the best life I can live. I tell motherfuckers all the time, I wake up, if I got fresh cookies baked from the night before, I'm having a great day. I already baked cookies tonight. I'll go drag. I got 2 big ass 2-pound bag of chocolate chips, all this butter flavor Crisco. I got vanilla extract. I got salt. I got eggs, 60 count. I got I got whatever you need. We can make some cookies right now. I'm living my best life. I'm doing this. AI ain't like that. They can't tell you about nothing. Like AI was just programmed. AI was just programmed. So therefore, you can't relate to a program that was coded to be a certain way. When you get in the car, you paying $120, you're going to get some experience for that $120 you just paid. You're going to get out and you're going to look at life different. You're going to get out, you're going to start that company. You're going to get out, you're going to make a phone call to somebody and say, hey, man, sorry about that shit we was going through like last week, but man, that's minuscule compared to what I just went through with this driver, dog. I just went through with this driver. So I'm going to tell you right now, man, let's squash that shit. Let's move on. We got bigger things to deal with. And sometimes it's a driver that gets you to go through that, man. It's a driver that gets you to go through that. And that's what I'm saying. We're professionals and they haven't been putting respect on our names for a long time. We've been out in these streets making this money because I told y'all people want to pay us. Do you know what they're paying for? They're not just paying for Waymo is just a ride. Waymo is just a ride. They're paying for the experience of sharing life with somebody for however long it may be your friend. I got tons of numbers in my phone from clients. I can pull up my client list and it says client just forever. Jerry, my man, yesterday, we was at the meetup yesterday. Jerry had Uber in his phone. It was 2 people. Everybody says Uber before their name. They were just scrolling up. I mean, you could scroll forever. Uber, Uber, Uber. All people that want to stay in touch with that driver. All people that want to say, you know what? Can you be our driver again? Can we do this again? There's no app out there that can give that emotion of humanity that we give as humans. And they've been disrespecting us for a long time. Now they seeing channels like mine. They seeing people like Time to Wake Up. They seeing people like Dom. They seeing people like Roxy. They seeing everything out there. everybody out there making money. And they like, how are these people making so much money without us? Because they don't call themselves Uber drivers. They don't call themselves Lyft drivers. They don't need Lyft. The community needs us as drivers. We don't need Uber and Lyft. Once we all got 5 apps in our community, when we got Hums and we got, the N drives and the Y drives and the X drives, and we got all this crazy shit going on out here. Uber and Lyft is going to be a thing in the past, because if ain't no drivers driving on them, how are people going to get rides? You think people, oh man, I'm using Uber because Uber's giving me a 50% discount. Well, I'm sorry, but ain't no driver driving for fucking $15 when that driver can get $60 on Hum. I can get $60 off of Hum. I don't care what kind of discount Uber's giving you. And I'm going to show you that I don't care what kind of discount Uber's giving you. Let me show you how I don't care what kind of discount Uber is giving you. I'm going to show you something. Let me get rid of that shit there. Oh, okay. This is this week on Uber. This is this week. I did one ride for $8.22. That was for 2 miles. It was one ride. That's what I've done this week on Uber so far. Last week, I made $39 because I did 2 trips. $39 on 2 trips. The week before that, I didn't drive at all because I don't care what kind of discount Uber's giving you. The week before that, I didn't make no money at all because I don't care what kind of discount Uber's giving you. If you need a ride, find out where I am. The week before that, I made $125 on 5 trips. The week before that, I made nothing because I don't care what kind of discounts Uber's giving you. I told you already. It don't matter what kind of discounts Uber and Lyft. These people need a ride. They're going to find out where the drivers are. Stop turning these raggedy ass apps on that ain't paying you. They're giving discounts to everybody and ain't paying you. How am I? Y'all saw my bank account earlier. Y'all ain't never seen my bank account sitting at almost 20 G's. Usually I got cash every fucking where, but that's in the bank. Using my bank account's 14, 15, 16. I think it hit 18 before. My bank account's never almost 20,000. So how am I not driving Uber, but my bank account is doing better than it ever has done? Y'all ain't never. I remember when I had 10 grand, when I finally saved 10 grand in the bank, I said, dude, I got 10 G's in the bank. Holy shit. I saved 10 G's. I'm damn near double that. And I don't even drive Uber. How am I damn near double that and I don't drive Uber? Because the streets, my community is taking care of me. Quit thinking these ragged ass apps are going to pay you. If you drive an Uber and you got numbers and I got zeros, but my bank account got numbers and your bank account got zeros, think of the correlation. Why does your Uber app have all of this money? My Uber app has 0, but my bank account has all this money and your bank account has 0. The correlation. Fucking with these apps gonna have you going broke. Get out in these streets. Talk to these people. When you open up client, see a lot of clients. They better say client. They better say Uber. It better say something. Rideshare. You better have numbers all programmed in there. You got to figure something out because they making you get business licenses. They making you get permits. They making you get all of this shit that you can do it on your own. They're showing you can do it on your own. But you keep running back. Give me a ride, Uber. Please give me a ping. Well, motherfuckers tell man, Hum ain't giving me no pings. I'm like, well, check to make sure your app's on first. Is your app turned on? Did it say go online? Yep. Then message Anna and say, hey, Anna, my app's not getting any pings. Am I showing up in the app? They'll go through. We're going to deactivate you, reactivate you. Okay, so let us know if you get any pings or whatever. All right, cool, no problem. Make sure your phone's not hung up. But while you're making sure your phone's not hung up, you better be out there stacking your money while you making sure your phone, because you know what part ain't hung up? Your mouth ain't hung up. Your ears ain't hung up. Your car ain't hung up. Are you out there making money? So don't worry about Hum ain't sending me no ping, because Uber's sending you all the pings you can handle and your ass still ain't got no money. So don't tell me pings equal profits. Pings don't equal profits. What you say equals profits. Stop telling me I get a lot of pings on Uber though, but you still broke. You still broke. I don't get no pings on Uber. I got zeros on Uber and I ain't broke. The algorithm is what broke you, sending your ass all of these rides that make them profits and make you nothing. That's what broke you, the algorithm. So don't ever tell me, well, if I get pings, I'm going to get paid. No, you going to get paid if you speak on it. Who said closed mouths don't get fed? Right there. You're going to get paid if you speak on it. A closed mouth don't get fed. Daytona didn't say shit about a ping. Daytona didn't say, hey, man, Slow pings ain't gonna get you fed. He ain't say shit about pings. What did he say? A closed mouth don't get fed. Speak on your money. Speak on your respect. Speak on your name when you in these streets with these people that needs a ride. Other night, we all downtown. Jamil, we was jumping about that shit yesterday. Jamil was dispatching. He was downtown dispatching. I'm sitting in my truck. David was there. David's in the chat right now. So the cop tells me to move. I move around. I'm sitting next to David and Jamil. They outside the truck talking. People walk up next to David and Jamil. David and Jamil start talking to the people. They turn to me, Jeff, you got a ride right now? I said, no, I'm just rolling with David because I had just picked up David. I said, no, I'm just rolling with David right now, just kind of showing him fingers. Hey, these people need a ride. I'm like, well, where y'all going to? I'm thinking, right around the corner or some shit, North Scottsdale. I'm like, oh, shit. I said, David's like, man, I'm just going to go grab me something to eat. I could just chill down here, man. Ain't no big deal. David ain't even trying to get in my way of making money. He ain't even trying to get in my way. He's like, man, just, hey, make your money, man. I can just chill here with Jamil. I can go. I'm like, all right, cool, man. David just landed in Arizona. He don't know nobody. He just landed, and he's hanging with me. He hanging with Jamil. We walking around downtown Phoenix. He don't know shit. But we family. That's all we know is that we family. And he's like, fam, go make your money. Jamil dispatched the people to me. Go talk to Jeff. Jeff will get you. All right, $85. Bam, straight up the highway. $85 to the same places y'all see on my ride-alongs that the apps are paying us. $14, $16, $19. The same place you see the airport to up to $51, $19. I did that shit for $85 and people was happy about it. Okay, cool. Here's my Square card. I'm tapping the Square card and get the fucking payment. I'm out. So if you don't speak on your money, you're not going to get it. If you sit up there and you rely on pings, they're going to pay you what makes the algorithm profitable. See, does the driving record have to be clean? Well, I would think so. I mean, you can't have speeding and tons of accidents because, I mean, if you got too many accidents, I wouldn't even trust myself driving if I had a lot of accidents. You're driving people around. My driving record is clean. I might got some parking tickets that I don't know about. Who knows? Shit gonna blow up the car. I probably got speeding tickets that ain't mailed me yet. Who knows? I don't know. But I ain't got a bunch of wrecks. And it was like, man. So I'll deactivated over one ticket, holding my cell while driving. Man, that ain't. And that's what irritates me. I see police holding shit while driving all the time. So how is it okay that they can hold cell phones while driving, but we're working? We ain't just chit-chatting. We're working like the police are working. We're working like fire. We're working like EMS. We're using tools, devices, laptops, screens, pads, and we're working. So if we can't touch our equipment while working, how can we do our job? Sometimes when I'm at a stoplight, I'll take my phone off. I'll sometimes wipe the camera off. So I'm holding my phone. Lyft will send me something. Please keep phone mounted. I'm like, please keep out of my fucking business. How about that? You don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing to my phone. I'm sitting at a stoplight. My car ain't moving. I'm wiping off my camera in case I want to record something as I drive. Don't bother me. These motherfuckers are always trying to mess with me. I tell them right to their face, don't fucking bother me. Because if you bother me, I'm getting off your app and I'm going to cash ride every fucking thing tonight so you don't bother me. So watch who you fucking with. I'm not that one. You send me one more message, I'm converting everything I fucking touch. Stop messaging me. And they stop messaging me. Because I don't play that shit. I don't got time for that. It's like motherfuckers like, no, man. Don't mess with that. I know I'm a professional driver. I know if my car is flying up and down the street, don't be trying to drive with my knee, wiping my phone off, drinking a coffee, eating a fucking Snickers and shit. I know better than that. I wait till my car's at a stoplight. When my car's at a stoplight, I ain't moving nowhere. Guess what? Now I can pick up my drink. I can hear him take a quick drink, put it down. I can change my music. I can hear him clean my phone off. I got to clean my phone off. I can make sure the charger's plugged in. Lights green. I'm back. Hands on the wheel. Let's roll. This is NASCAR, motherfucker. This is NASCAR. Don't worry about what I'm doing when I'm at a stoplight. Please put your phone back on the mount. Please stay out of my fucking business. Like, that's how I am. I know what I'm doing. If you ain't seeing me total my cars out, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. And yeah, they're doing a lot about that, man. They're doing that a lot. Yeah, they're cutting drivers out. Oh, yeah, they're thinning out drivers because they got that report that they get for insurances to say who's a risky driver and who's not a risky driver. I believe I know people say speed causes more accidents. I think speed will kill you before a slow accident will, but there are more slow accidents. I see accidents in parking lots all the time. People going 3 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour, backing up, boom. Look around. You don't see total cars driving around, but you see a lot of dented cars driving around with the bumper pushed in a little bit because they done backed into some shit. The fucking headlight kind of hanging because they done hit something trying to turn a corner, scrapes down the side of the car because they hit one of the McDonald's fucking things. Slow accidents happen just as much as fast accidents happen. So you can't say speed should determine whether or not you're a good driver or not. I drive pretty good fast. I mean, I'm on the track half the fucking time driving. I'm better driving fast than I am driving slow. I will tell you that. Motherfuckers might doubt it. Oh, well, there's no way you're better fast than driving slow. I tell you what, this is what I used to do. So that's what I used to do. That's me on a track a long time ago on a bike right there. Do you know on the track, those are my 2 race bikes right there side by side. Those are my race bikes. This is me on the track a long time ago. Let me see something. I'm trying to find a picture of, that was when I was actually taking a picture on the side of the track. But I drive better fast than I do slow. That was my first year racing, first year. But I tell people, out of the 4 years I've been doing that, I've had way more low bumping into shit. I used my Jeep one time. I was backing up at Walmart and I hit the fucking yellow thing at Walmart. I ain't never hit shit on my bike. And I go like 160 miles an hour on that thing. But yet I just let off the clutch and I went backwards, boom, hit the yellow pole at Walmart. So you can't tell me speed is the reason why accidents happen. Speed can kill you more than a slow accident can. But I think there is a lot of people who have accidents at slower speeds and just get their bumper pushed in or get their light hit or get paint on the side of their car. Shit happens all the time. And I'm like, man, so I have a wrong speed standard, 45 and then 65 on a 202. Oh, yeah. That right there, indecisions cause accidents. Wait. Wait till man, bro, I gotta play this. This shit's funny. Hey, this video that I'm gonna drop, man, everything y'all saying today is in this fucking video. This shit's funny. I'm gonna see if I can get it on here. Hold up. Wait a minute. What part was I on? Oh, I don't know where I was. But man, I was going off because this car got in front of me. E-Love, and they were very indecisive. And it was a Ford Windstar. You'll hear me talk about a Ford Windstar on the video that I'm going to drop. Indecisive, very indecisive. I went the fuck off. Bruh, that is the truest statement ever. Indecisiveness causes accidents. Man, what up, High Facts, my brother? High Facts, Robert Reese. Well, see, it's like 6 different clips, and they're like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Well, I don't know which clip it's on. But man, that shit, I got to still upload them in the KindMaster, and then I got to kind of organize them and shit. But what E-Love just said is people that don't know how to drive and they don't know how to, I make a decision for people. Because a lot of times what I'll do when I'm driving, I don't even have to turn. I do not have to turn. I will use my turn signal to force this person in front of me to realize you have a turn signal. You have to use it. As soon as I use my turn signal, they'll use their turn signal and I'll turn mine off. Because I knew they had to turn because they're going too damn slow. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? So I just turn my turn signal on. I'll be driving straight. I'll just turn my turn signal on and they'll go, blink. They'll turn their zone. I'll just turn mine off. I'm like, I knew you had to be making a decision. They don't know what they're doing. They're just driving and they forget, oh shit, I have a turn signal. Let these people sitting straight across from me sometimes, they'll sit there. I don't even got to turn. I'll put my turn signal. I'm going straight. I'll put my turn signal on just to make them put their turn signal on. I'll let them turn. Then I'll drive straight through the light. I just want them to get out the fucking way. That's it. And people say, well, if you use a turn signal, you're not turning, you can cause an accident. No, I'm directing them. I'm helping them. I'll put my turn signal. They'll finally put theirs on. I'll flag them through. They'll turn. I'll turn my turn signal off and I'll drive straight through the light. Otherwise, they'll fucking sit there all day. And I'm like, bro, will you make a decision? What are you doing? I hate when 4 people are sitting at a stop sign and nobody wants to go. So I'll just start rolling forward. And I'm like, if everybody just sitting there looking at each other, somebody's got to move. So I move before anybody else does. I'll just start rolling forward and it causes everybody else to like really stay put. Now, when I roll forward, the person direct across from me, you better come too, because I'm making us have the right of way now. I am in the middle. That means we can go like this. But sometimes I'll pull out and go across and that motherfucker's still sitting there. I'm like, bro, I just broke the code for us, man. I pulled out and everybody stopped. You can come too. They'll just sit there like, I'm gonna wait on my turn. It's our turn. We're doing this. They're waiting for us. People can't drive though, man. They're not professional, man. They're not professional at all. So when I'm out in these streets driving, people wonder, man. And I tell folks, stay out of that curb lane. So many times when I'm pulling out of the gas station, I'll just sit and I'll look at all the cars in the curb lane coming, all the cars, and they'll go past me and keep going all the way down the street. All it's going to take is for somebody to be coming out the gas station, looking at their phone, finally raise their head up and realize they're halfway in the fucking street. Happens all the time. They be driving through a gas station doing this, driving to the gas station or driving through Walmart doing this. They'll have their head down a little bit. They'll finally hold their head up and they'll slam on brakes. The whole front end of the car is now sticking out of Walmart parking lot into the curb lane. So if you stay in curb lane, you're going to hit people like that. Or you're going to slam on brakes and the person behind you is going to slam into you because they didn't see the person in front of you sticking out of Walmart parking lot like that. Stay out of the curb lane, man. I tell people, if you're a professional driver and you do not have to make a right turn, stay out of curb lane. If it's only one lane, like one lane this way, one lane that way, and you have to be in the lane close to the curb, give yourself a little cushion. Put your car closer to the center of the lane so they can see your headlights from further. Because if they can see your headlights from further, they can make a reaction. If you're hugging the fucking curb, they don't have a direct line of sight. They can't see you. So you got to always say, if I'm in a lane, there's only one lane and it's a curb lane, then I have to move over a little bit so I can see everybody and everybody can see me the whole way down the street so they don't hit me. I'm one of the only channels that talk about driving techniques. Nobody talks about they talk about, trap and surge. Oh, this is how you trap surge. They talk about the policies on the apps. I'm talking about how to get your car home without dents and shit in it. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Same thing. I always park far because I don't mind walking. I'm like you. I'll park up under a tree way out somewhere. I'll park in the middle of the lot away from the shopping cart thing because a lot of times when you park next to the shopping cart thing, people will push their basket. It'll miss the shopping cart thing and hit the car next to the shop. I'm like, nope, park away from that. Because people are lazy. They'll stand across. Oh, I'm gonna aim from here and shoot it like a basket. You don't shoot your shopping cart like a basket to the shopping rack because what if one of those wheels hit a rock and it goes sideways? You just hit a $60,000 car with a shopping cart that you try to shoot like a basketball and it hit a rock and shot. No, so do not park next to them shopping racks. Park somewhere. People are idiots. They be doing the dumbest shit out there. Oh, I'm gonna push this. Like, man. Look at Matt. I'd rather roll right now. I know it really. Last night was hard for me. I had about 5, 6 that refused to convert. Last one paid 58 on my 24. I offered to do it for 50. He refused. Cool. Get the fuck out. My car. And you're a terrible driver. We'll be here in 20. Get the fuck out. My car. Shit. You know how we do, man. We're professional. We don't mess around. If I'm not the driver for you, I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. You will have a driver who will pull up. Hopefully you'll take care of that driver. You'll give him a tip. You'll do whatever it takes. I'm just trying to save you money and make me more money. If we can't agree on it, totally cool with that shit. You got the next car. And the other night, the night before, it was actually Halloween night. I'm over at the Carmen over on Apache in Rule. I'm at the Carmen little apartments. I get over there. So it says like Adrian or something like that. It happens to be a girl. Cool. So I pull through the thing. I'm turning in the Carmen. Turn in. Tons of people in costumes. Tons of people every fucking where. No problem. They see the black truck pulling in. I pull in, pull around, sit there. Girl comes, jumps in the front seat. And I'm like, okay. I said, how many you got? She's like, oh, we've got 9. I said, what? She said, I thought she was like joking with me. Like, we've got 9. We've got 100 people. Ha, motherfucker. We've got 9. And she was dead serious. And so they hit the button and I see all these girls on the curb just starting to converge on my truck. I said, hold up. I only got space for 7. Oh, we can like squeeze in. I said, no, you don't understand. I said, it's illegal to have more passengers in a commercial vehicle than you got seat belts. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you I don't want to do the ride. I'm just saying I could do 7 of y'all and 2 of y'all can either get another ride, but I'm not doing all 7. God forbid somebody rear ends my truck and I got 9 people in the car that's got seat belts for 7. No, because now I'm in the wrong for allowing that shit to happen, even though I didn't cause the accident. So I told the girl, I said, you know what? I can't do it. Well, What up, Jamil? I said, I can't do it. And he was like, well, that's kind of like being an asshole for you to come here and tell us you can't do it. I'm like, the app didn't tell me how many of y'all it was. So I'm sitting there like, for one, I could have went off on her. It wasn't even her account. It was some girl on the side of the fucking truck. Well, it's wrong for you to even come here. You could have just not even came. You could have just declined the ride. You didn't have to come. I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't even paying for it. For one thing, I could have went off on a kid, but I didn't. I just said, no. While they were sitting there, you know, half hanging in the truck, half not, half looking at each other stupid, and the girl still got the driver door open looking at me like, I just canceled the ride. I said, well, I canceled it already. He canceled it, girls. He canceled it. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I canceled it. I said, because I'm not doing that. Y'all know damn well y'all have never went 9 in no fucking car. Y'all know that. I'm not an idiot. There is no driver out there with the normal passenger car that took 9 of y'all. Don't try to play me like I was born yesterday. I'm not stupid. If you want 9 and you really serious, y'all don't want to pay for no other fucking car, this and that, you slide me about $200. Slide me 200. I don't give a fuck if you only got to do 3 miles. Slide me 200. It ain't worth it. Then get 2 cars. I mean, that's your best option. Because if I'm gonna put some risk on that shit, give me 200. I'll take you 2-3 miles for $200. Lap the fuck up. Let's go. Say, but I'm not gonna sit there and get $11 for 2 miles because I had a surge. $11 for 2 miles, and there's 9 of y'all jumping in my car. You mean the 9 of y'all together can't afford 2 cars, and you broke motherfuckers are going out? Oh man, I'm telling you, man, some of the finest girls out there, some of the brokest motherfuckers you can deal with, and it's a headache. I'm like, looks and being attractive and being cute does not equal success. It really doesn't. And I'm a firm believer in that because I'm 51. I know that now. Oh man, successful people, attractive people are usually more successful. No, attractive people are usually the most broke motherfuckers because they always out the house trying to be seen. They always in a club, always in a bar, always buying clothes, always behind a camera. Attractive people always trying to be seen, to be told that they're attractive. So they some broke motherfuckers. They always want to go somewhere and get a free drink, a free table, some free food, free ride. So I'm like, you know what? Just because you're attractive, you're a fucking headache. I know more fine girls that are single than I know girls that look, you know, you don't look that hot, but you're a good fucking woman. You cook for your man. You take care of your man. You don't have to look amazing. You are amazing, period. Because some of these motherfuckers that think they look amazing, oh, they're fucking trash, man. I don't got time for that shit. When you can't take us, oh, trying to be cute. You can't take us. You can't be like, you know, you're a handsome guy. Get the fuck out of my car. I ain't got time to play with y'all. I'm too old for that shit. It's like I'm not my son's age. I'm not 22. It doesn't thrill me for girls say, oh, you're kind of attractive. Don't give a shit. I'm kind of broke too. Get out of my car. It's like, man. Yeah, exactly. So it's like I don't play that shit, man. I'm old school. I'm still about utility. A man should be a man. If you can't change your woman's tire and you got to call another man to change your woman's tire, maybe you should think about your fucking manhood. You got to do this shit. If your woman needs an oil change and you have a car that's not a complicated car, just fucking get a 15 millimeter, 13, take the oil out, drip it, be done. You're good. Your woman got an oil change. That's it. Women the same way. Hey, if your man is in the garage working hard for you, doing shit around the house, this and that, hey, make him a casserole. But like, I'm in the house any fucking ways. Casserole is what? Just throw that shit in the oven. By the time he's done, the casserole's done. I didn't do shit but make him a casserole. At least he don't got to come in the house and make his own food. I mean, he's working on your car. At least have a casserole ready when he walks back in so he ain't got to cook for himself after he just fixed your shit. I mean, I'm old school like that. So looks, that shit don't impress me no more. I've had some attractive wives in my life. I mean, you think my son's moms are ugly women? No, they're gorgeous, honestly. And I'll tell them that shit because they know it. They're gorgeous fucking women, but they're headaches. And they know I'll tell them that shit to their face and they'll laugh at it. I'm cool with them like that. My youngest son's mom, we on each other's TikTok. We be laughing back and forth about shit all the fucking time. I'll tell her she's gorgeous, but I tell her you're a fucking headache too. Good luck to whatever man dates you. That's what I say. It's like, not my problem. It's like my oldest son's mom, that girl's fucking, when I met her, she was dancing in the nightclub in Salt Lake City. Girl danced like Paul Abdul. Gorgeous long hair, man. Girl, bad. She was a baddie. That girl was a baddie. Otherwise, I would have never took her ass back to Vegas with me because Vegas got a lot of fine women anyways. But I was like, this girl's so fucking fine. I'll take sand to the beach. Let's go. I'm taking sand to the fucking beach. This girl's a baddie. We had a kid and got married and shit, but she's a headache. So trust me, I've been there before. And she'll probably say the same thing about me. She'll say, Jeff, you're a fucking headache. I'm like, I know it. Shit, I don't claim to be perfect. But that's why I work on cars. Cars don't complain. Cars just want to be fixed. Cars say, hey, Jeff, I'm broke. I'm like, hey, I got some tools. I'll fix you. Women be like, I'm broke. Give me all your fucking money. That's a different type of fix. Yeah. Oh, thank you, brother. I really like the real. My hats off to you, brother. Thank you, Cardell, man. My brother. Thank you, man. We keep it 100 around here, man. We keep it 100. Yeah, the most attractive women are problematic. And you wonder why they always single all the time. Get a Roxy. Thank you. Get a party bus. Hey, Jamil, listen to her. Now, what was me, you, Alan, and Marcel sitting at the table when everybody else left? We sat there for a whole nother hour going through Mercedes vans, Ford Transport. Like Roxy is right on. I'm telling you what, this woman, she's on the fucking ball, man. She knows it. We going through all of these fucking big ass party buses. We going through a whole list of them. And we got a plan. We got a plan. But we don't know if it's going to ever work out, but it's worth researching deeper into. So we're all kind of researching something right now. All of us. But yeah, Roxy, I appreciate that. You know it. You already know. And see, the thing is, if we got a party bus and Roxy drove the party bus, shit, Roxy's a party herself. Man, these people be like, oh shit, we want Roxy as the driver because she's fun. Ask her. Marcel hooked her up with a passenger, with a client going to San Antonio or something like that. No, she was in San Antonio. So Marcel had a passenger in San Antonio, private client. And he says, hey, Roxy's actually in San Antonio right now. He hooked you two up. Are y'all not best friends or what? Tell the truth. Tell the truth, Roxy, because we know the story. You don't know. We know the story. Y'all like fucking best friend because everybody loves Roxy. I'm telling you. And people don't love me like that. But Marcel was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to set you up with Roxy. She's actually one of my teammates. She happens to be in San Antonio right now. Roxy, here's her information. Here's this and that. Here's it. Marcel already told us the whole fucking story already. And now y'all like best friends. I'm like, everybody loves Roxy, no matter what state, no matter where you go. Once you hang out with Roxy for a while, she is hilarious. She be saying some shit and just like, man, she's old school with that new quick wit. That's Roxy pretty much, man. Say women are like, they always broken no matter how much money you throw at them. They're like cars, always broken no matter how much money you throw at them. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Look at that. I don't have to worry about anyone's flat tire. I only have to worry about worn out tires. Yeah, I'm telling you. You gotta keep looking at them tires, man. Check them out. This Marcel hooked me up and I hooked her up. See, there you go. There you go. Because Marcel already told us the story. He was like, dude, because Roxy, even when you ain't around, you impress a lot of people. And I'm gonna tell you that shit right now on this live stream. We talk about you a lot when you're not around. I mean, I'm doing raps about your ass. You impress people. You are a very impressive woman. You are doing things a lot of men wouldn't do. You travel through a lot of states. You do a lot of shit. You make a lot of money. And we be like, man, she said the weed hookup. What up, Big Orange Kev? What up, brother? And we always sitting around going, man, Roxy, did you see what she said in the chat? Man, this lady, she's here now. And you just know how to operate. And wherever you go, and like I think you just said all the states you was at. Yeah. Live in Arizona, Texas, and Tennessee. And she's got private rides in each state. She's got private clients in each state. I probably don't have private clients in each state. I probably got prime clients in, Missouri, nah, probably not. Memphis, I think I got one or two maybe that come out. Iowa, none. Man, but see, that's the thing though. When you can live in each state and your personality sells, you're giving Uber and Lyft the chance to take your personality, bottle it up into a price package, sell it to a rider, take about 65% of that money away from you and pay you pennies. And it's all you. You're doing the driving. You're doing the personality. You're upkeeping the car and insurance and all that shit. You are the business that Uber is packaging up and saying, hey, since we found you a driver like Roxy, give us 65% of the money because there's only one Roxy out there. So give us 65% of the money. And we're like, no, you could take 25, 30%. Sure. 65%? Nah, I don't think so. Says, yeah. So Say, thank you. I came to get training on 300 level. Oh, you out there doing it. You out there doing it. Oh, yeah. We got tons of Fetty cars out here. Tons of Fetty. Them big old SUVs. I did a video with the Fetty when we were doing the Gold Rush, and I saw one pulling up. I saw a couple of kids jumping in it. Yep. Oh, Chris, I did private rides in Vegas. I did them in a Mercedes S420. The same one that 50 Cent had and Get Rich or Die Trying. I had the black version on big old 22s with some Dip L rims. There was some rims called Dip L. I'm gonna see if I can find those. Let me see some Dip L wheels. Oh, this was the Dip L right here. So these were the wheels that I had. I'm gonna show you what I had. Share screen. Bam. Bam. So these were the wheels I had right here. These were the Dip L's. Those are the wheels I had on my Mercedes right there. That Mercedes was bad. That she used to cruise through the streets. Everybody like, dude, that thing is crazy. Yep, that's my Dip L wheels right there, man. Wait a minute. Let me see. Yep, there we go. The Dip L. I remember that Mercedes like it was yesterday, man. I love that car, man. That car was crazy. And I had 5 of them because I ended up hitting the curb on one. So I ended up buying like another one. So I ended up replacing that one. No, I had 6. I remember I had 6 because I was getting rid of the one with the scratch on it. And I ended up with, so when I sold the car, I sold all the rims, all had the same tires on it and everything. And so the person that bought the car was buying a new car because his daughter wanted a car. They saw my car on Craigslist and they was like, you're kidding. You're selling this Mercedes? This Mercedes is all black interior, big ass panoramic roof. I mean, it was a nice S420 with those wheels on it. And everybody was like, dude, you're not selling that car. I'm like, yep, I'm selling it, man. That's it. It's out of here. It's out of here. She said, I do wheel repair. No, you don't. Roxy, you're lying. Do you do wheel repair for real? You just playing with us. You actually do wheel repair, like the replacing the metal and getting rid of the chunks and all of that stuff. Because if you really do that for real, I got something for you. Because I'm like, man, my Escalade tire, it's one of on the center caps. They all need to be repaired because they look like shit. That's why I don't really drive that too much. Fetty is huge in Tempe. Last night only did Tempe 298 for 56 miles short trip. Used both stay in my area filters. Oh yeah. Well, see, that's the thing, Chris, man. Everybody keeps saying use filter. I'm like, bro, I get like $8,500 rides off not using my filter. I got a $171 ride one time when I didn't use my filter. $171 for 35 miles. And it was a extra comfort. 171. I drove from Scottsdale almost up by New River. I actually put it on a video. $171. And it only took me like what, 38 or 42 minutes or something like that. I can't let them rides go, man. And I know a lot of people like, dude, I use my filter. There's some bangers out there. You're not gonna ever get those bangers once you put your filter on. I got that $85 trip last night that Lyft still owes me $51 on. When you use area filter, you keep yourself from those really amazing rides. I want to see everything. I'm an accountant, so I'm pretty fast with numbers. So when I see a ride, I know right off the bat whether I want it or not. I'm quick like the algorithm quick. I'm like motherfucking Rain Man, rideshare. This is Rain Man rideshare. I'm like $25, 14 miles, $13, $2 surge, $3 surge. Okay, no, decline. Block man, motherfucker. I'm like Rain Man rideshare, motherfucker. Hold up. There's 72 miles, 3 passengers. I'm going west right now. I'm going north. Traffic is all backed up right now. The airport queue is full. So decline. Motherfucker, Rain Man rideshare. Goddamn it. I'm quick with them numbers though, man. That's why I don't use filter. I'm an accountant. I have seen numbers so much in my life. A number to me is nothing but a picture. It's a picture. When I see an 8, I see infinity. It's the infinity sign, man. Shit's forever. When I see 6s, I know 6s and 9s. 3 6s and 9s rolls in groups. Anything at 3 6, they all roll in groups, man. 7s is just it's an oddball. It's a fucking oddball number, but it's like it's a cool number. But when you start seeing miles, you start seeing doubles. When I see something like a 1 3, 1 4, 1 6, 1 1, I know already right off the bat the number I'm seeing on my screen has to match the double digits I'm seeing here. If you're seeing double digits, automatically you need to start at least with a 3. Anything with a double over here, you have to start with a 3. If it's like 1 3 1 8, that's 31 miles right there. So something has to start with a 3 already. So it can't start with a 1. If you see two double digits over here and you see something with a 1, right, like a 19 or 18 or 17, you've already said no. Your brain has said no because your brain is expecting to see a 3. So if I see, 1 4 1 6 and I don't see a 3, it's already a decline already. I don't care what the number is. It didn't start with a 3. 1 1 1 8, 1 1 1 6. It has to start with a 3 already. It can't start with a 2. It can't start with a 1. So your brain is programmed on what you should be seeing already. It's like predictive already. So I know if I see single digits, if I see single digits and some has a 2 on it, oh, I'm taking it. Single digits and I see a double digit number pop up like 1 6, 1 4, 1 2, and I'm seeing single digits. The single digits have to be low, like 2s and 3s. If it's 2s and 3s, 4s, if it's 8s and 9s, you're already in double digits, closer to 2s already. You're too high. You're at 17. That's too close to a 2 already. So it's like your brain, you've seen numbers so much, you already know what you should be seeing before the number even pops up. And I even say that when you see my videos, you hear me say, I'll take, a 2-3 mile trip total for $8. And I'll keep saying I'm looking. So I already know what I'm looking for. I'll do a 4 or 5 mile trip for $11. I'm already knowing I'm looking for. So I need to see a double digit. And I know I'm looking for single digits here, double digits here. If I'm seeing single digits, no, it's a single digit. I can't do an 8. I can't do a 9. When I was doing that thing for Lyft with that $6 bonus on everything, all I was looking for, I wasn't even looking at the dollars no more. The dollars didn't matter no more because I was getting $6 no matter what. The dollars never mattered. So to throw dollars into your equation was throwing you off of something that wasn't even valid. All you're looking for is single digits on your miles. I'm looking for a 1, a 2, a 3, and the top number has to be 1, 2, 3. I'm not driving more than 3 miles. The bottom one has to be like, 2, 3, 4, cool, no problem. Because I'm the number of dollars I'm getting don't matter because I'm already getting $6 already, plus a possible tip. Plus, if I'm sitting on a surge, I'm already getting a surge. So therefore, don't even worry about the dollars. The dollars are going to be there. The money's going to be there because you're looking at the miles. Don't mess up your mathematical equation by putting too much in the equation itself. You can't do 2x plus 3y minus z over the hypotenuse of 6 divided. All that shit don't even matter. I'm looking at what's right here. So if it's short, I'm in. Double digits, I'm out already. Because I've seen a 1 1, a 1 2, a 1 3, a 8, a 9. I'm already out. The single digit is too high, or I'm already seeing double digits. You already know what to expect to see. Like I said, I'm Rain Man with this shit. I've been an accountant. When I was little, everybody used to want, like, I got numbers tattooed here, fucking everywhere. But when I was little and everybody used to always say, man, you're really good with fucking numbers, man. You should be a mathematician. My grandma was an accountant for the post office. My mom, she was a banker and an accountant. I ended up becoming an accountant for corporate America with an accounting degree, a bachelor's in accounting. But I always wanted to be a lawyer for whatever fucking reason. But I was always really, and people say, dude, how are you understanding this shit, man? I don't understand accounting. Accounting is fucking backwards. This shit is stupid. I'm like, bro, it's easy. Just because it's a debit or credit doesn't mean it's going to go up or down. You have to know if it's an asset account, a liability account, an expense account. But even on the expense, on the income statement side, is it a revenue or an expense? Because depending on what side of the coin it is, a debit or a credit doesn't always mean up or down. Revenue, credit goes up. Expense, credit means it's going down. Debit, it goes up. Asset, debit goes up. Liability, credit goes up. So it's like you got to depend on what part of your balance sheet or your income statement does this account sit. Once you find that part out, now you worry about debit credit. That's it. Like I said, people be making the equation way too hard. And that's why when I do rideshare, they're adding numbers that they don't even have to add. It's like, it's cool. I don't even like Lyft put the per hour on there. I already know the per hour when I see the numbers already. Like if I see a 10 and a 10, 20 minutes, that's 3. So that's 60. So I got to multiply whatever number I see here by 3. If I see an 8, that's $24 an hour. It's like, holy shit, because I'm getting $8 for 10 minutes of time. That means I'm getting 24. It's 20 minutes of time. I'm getting $8 for 20 minutes of time. You can only do 20 minutes of time 3 times an hour. So I'm only getting $24. So therefore, you all got to tip me $8 a piece in order for me to get $48. So I can make $50 an hour, but each one of these $8 rides got to give me at least $8. Therefore, if I get a $4 surge, I need a $4 tip. $6 surge, I need a $2 tip. $5 surge, I need a $3 tip. So it's always, how do I get to $50? So you already know right off the bat where your number should be based on you being related to numbers. The whole universe is just based on numbers. It's math. All this shit around us is math. Ohms, waves, frequencies. fucking linear, footage, square footage. All of this shit is numbers. That's all it is. So once you become relatable to the numbers, now you're like, okay, I know how to do this. People say, dude, how the fuck do you make, $2,000 driving 35 hours? Like it's in the numbers. You know what you're looking for. And I never drove that far past 3 p.m. every day. I started at 5 a.m. and I drove till 3 p.m. And I even stopped and took lunch. Every day I stopped and took lunch because I would get up so early I wouldn't eat breakfast. And I can't drive a whole day without eating. So I would get up, brush my teeth, put my clothes on, wipe the car down, turn the app on. And as soon as I turn the app on, I'm starting with my rides, get my rides out the way. And then I'll stop about 11 or 12 because I know if it ended at 3, by 11 or 12, I already had more than half done. I could do 10 rides in like 2 hours, 3 hours. I can knock that shit out. So as long as I'm done eating by 12, I got 1, 2, 3. That's 3 hours. And I only got 10 to 12 rides left. It's 4 an hour. Easy, especially when they're short and you're looking at the numbers. Don't worry about the math. Like I said, you're only worried about the miles. You're not worried about the math. The miles only matter if you're in a lot of traffic. Because if you're in a lot of traffic, 1 mile can feel like 30 fucking minutes of time. So make sure you're not around traffic. That way, your expectations of 1 mile is a reality of 1 mile worth of time. If you're sitting by ASU during game day, 1 mile is 30 minutes. So you have to get away from ASU on game day if you're trying to do something like that. Don't think, oh, I'm going to make so much money by ASU. No, time, it's quantity, it's numbers. Time is not infinite. It's finite. You got to trap that shit because you only got till 3 p.m. That's it. So get away from ASU as far as you can get because you don't want to get sucked into that shit because now 1 ride can take 30 minutes. You're now doing 2 rides an hour when you just said, I need to do 4 rides an hour. At 2 rides an hour in 3 hours, you did 6 rides. You need to do 12. So you're not going to make that money. I mean, this shit was always numbers to me, man. It was always numbers. And once it becomes like that, you start understanding how to make money in the fast way, the efficient way. That's why people hire accountants because we're just based in pure efficiency. Hey, Jeff, we got a policy. Can you look at this policy and make sure the accountants go over it? The engineers might set the policy in the code, but the accountants have to go over it. Once the accountants go over it, the executives say yes or no because they make the decision. Accountants always got to go into the executive office. Like if you look up Stephen Klubeck and Richard Klubeck, they own Diamond Resorts, Polo Towers, ended up merging with Sun Terror. Stephen Klubeck was on Undercover Bosses a long time ago, after I had already resigned. But Stephen Klubeck was my boss. So if you look at Stephen Klubeck, I think it's what? Cloobeck. Stephen Klubeck with a PH. Stephen with a PH. But I used to sit in his office all the fucking time. This is one of the people who taught me how to read financials faster. Because he would tell me all the time, Jeff, you're telling me too much shit. This is what I need to see. I'm looking for bottom line. I'm looking for where I need to start, where I need to finish. The middle is for shit for you to figure out. That's why I hired you. And my boss was Kathy Wheeler because he hired her. She hired me. So Kathy Wheeler used to tell me, Jeff, that's why we hired you. So I'm like, man, this is damn Jeff. So I'm lost in this Roger. That's why we got the 300. We teach motherfuckers around here how to get this money. We teach people how to get this money, man. This is Fat with a PH. That's Chris Tucker, Fat with a PH. Oh, you pretty hot and tempting. But I used to work with him and they used to say, Jeff, this is why we hired you. You're the thinker. We hired you. We pay you a salary to sit here. We tell you where we're starting. We know where we want to be. The middle is for you to figure out. The middle is why accountants go to prison. The middle. That's my territory. The beginning is where we begin. The end is where we're going to be. The middle is how accountants go to prison. I mean, look at every accountant that ever went to prison. It's the shit in the middle, the moving the money around, the misclassifying, the reclassifying, the moving shit from here to there, the intercompany transactions and all. That's why accountants go to prison, the middle. So when they put it on me, I have to sign everything. So it's okay, Jeff, that's why we hired you because they don't want to go to prison. Jeff, we just want to be here. Can you get us there? I got to use generally accepted accounting standards principles. I got to use GAAP. I got to use FASB, the Financial Accounting Standards Boards. I got to use everything within those parameters of laws to get you to where you say you want to be. And if we can't be there, I got to be the one to tell you we can't get there. I'm doing everything in my power. Well, do some creative accounting. Not me. I'm not going to prison for that shit. I'm not doing creative accounting just because you want to be here and this is where we are. I'm not doing creative accounting. I got out of corporate when I was 38 years old because in Vegas, trust me, there are a lot of creative accountants in Vegas. A lot of creative accountants. I remember this lady named Ruth. Ruth hired me to come work for American Wagering. American Wagering was Leroy Sportsbook, 72 locations in all the sportsbook all through Vegas. Leroy Sportsbook. Now William Hill Gaming owns them now. Vic Salerno used to own them when they used to be Leroy Sportsbook. I used to work for Vic Salerno. John was his son, John Salerno. So Vic and John was in the building. I'm in the building. Melanie Sullivan, that was my boss. She's actually on my Facebook, Instagram. Melanie's all over the place. That lady, she's the pun queen. She would tell you a pun and have you dialect. But Melody, she was that. So Melody had roof work in there. I was just leaving, Diamond Resorts, I think. I was leaving Richard Klubeck and all them. So Ruth, one day, I'm like in California somewhere. I have no idea where the fuck I am. I'm in California. I get a phone call. Hey, is this Jeff Watts? I'm like, yeah. Hey, this is Ruth. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Yeah. I actually work for an agency that places executives here in Las Vegas. I'm like, okay, cool. Are you working out? I'm like, no, not really. I'm just kicking back. I got a real big check. So I'm kicking back with my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking a vacation for a few months. I'm not going to work for a while. And she was like, well, we have a position open here at Leroy Sportsbook as a subsidiary accountant. You'll be overseeing 72 locations, doing the accounting for them all, making sure you know the numbers of what the numbers are, validating, verifying shit. You might overlook a few people in the department or something like that, working directly under the treasurer, the CFO. Is this something you're interested in? And I'm like, yeah, she says. So I said, okay. She didn't tell me yet. This is the funny part. So she didn't tell me yet. So I said, all right, I'm interested. So I come back from vacation, where the fuck I was. Who knows where I was? I was be everywhere. And so I come in for an interview. I sit down with her. She's like, hi, Jeff. Little short lady named Ruth. Hey, Jeff. I'm like, hey, Ruth, how you doing? This and that. She says, first off, I want to tell you, I like your work. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean? And this is what she told me, real talk. And Melody is on my Facebook channel. Like, I wouldn't tell you this shit if it was a lie. Because I can't lie, because everybody on my channel can verify it. Ruth was like, I was just an accountant over at Diamond Resorts, and I came in after you. Like, after you resigned, I came in after you, and I saw how you had everything laid out and how everything was perfect and how everything tied into everything and how the financials were so easy to do. I was like, if I ever meet this guy, I'm going to hire him. And guess what? Your name popped up in conversation, and here you are sitting in front of me. Shit you not. Melanie Sullivan is on my Facebook channel. Here you are sitting in front of me. Out of all people, we got Jeff Watts right here. He's not working, and this is the guy whose work I was telling you guys about. He's the guy who was at Diamond, who had everything set up perfectly. Richard Klubeck, Stephen Klubeck from Undercover Bosses, those were my guys. Those were my people. So I was like, she says, yes, sir, I'll sat at your desk. She said, I know exactly what I sat at your desk because my office overlooked the whole strip. I was at the very top floor, overlooked the whole strip, watching the Cosmo and the area being built. We were all up there. I saw the entire city of Las Vegas from my office window, floor to ceiling fucking windows. And so she was like, I sat in your office, and so I did your work after you. You made it so easy. We want you to come here and make it easy here. I was like, okay, that's cool. So I came in, I grabbed the Monarch fucking system. They had an Oracle database. I used Monarch, extracted everything out of Monarch, right into Excel, extracted all the duplicates, did everything I can do, made sure our parameters were set. I had fucking workbooks tied to workbooks. I mean, we basically created a financial structure system. And Melanie Sullivan, she spearheaded that shit. She said, this is what we want to do. This is how we want to do it. This is what it has to be. Blah, 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 blah. Jeff, can you get this done? Yeah, okay, you need to talk to Jacob. You need to talk to this guy. You need to talk to Dolly. Dolly is still on my shit, too. She's on my Facebook, too. And Dolly's always like, how's the boys? So, and you got to deal with Dolly. Cool, we can do it. We can get it done. Very small team of accountants. Took 72 locations of gaming, of sports betting. This is big money, millionaires. We handle millionaires' money every day, all day, every day. Very small team of people made this company so lucrative, so profitable, look so good on the books. William Hill Gaming over in UK came out and bought them out. So when they bought them out, we all got big checks. Again, another big check. So I took some people like, dude, where'd all your money come from? Accounting. They give accountants a lot of money because we sign our names to a lot of shit that we can go to prison for. So we sold that to William Hill, Vic Salerno. Everybody's happy. Everybody's gone. I ended up, going back into off casino accounting, off strip accounting. So I was helping like a government agency, nonprofit. So I was helping a government agency, and because I used to work for Department of Natural Resources, government, Iowa. Then I was working for a charter school that was dealing with the state of Nevada. I dealt with state of Nevada, all of these people, retirement system of Nevada, everything. So After that, I finally just retired. I retired because I was done. I had enough money. I had enough checks stacked up from doing dumb shit and leaving company to company. So I was like, I think I'm good. I'm done. So I put a lot of money up in the shit, bought a lot of equipment, did a lot of crazy shit, man. I retired in 2012 and it's 2024 and I'm still alive and I can't fucking believe it. Everybody's like, Jeff, you're 38. What are you going to do when you retire? I said, I don't know. I just don't want to do accounting no more. I'm just done with this shit, man. I'm over it, man. It's fucking my head up. I'm over it. But it's all you do and you're good at it. I'm like, I told you motherfuckers, I'm like Rain Man when it comes to these numbers, man, and it'll fuck your head up. You won't be able to sleep. I mean, I smoke a motherfucking bag of weed a week. Back in the day, I had to smoke weed just to go to sleep because them numbers are like this, man. Those motherfuckers circulate your brain. And it's to the point where you can't even go to sleep because you're scared you didn't send a file. You scared that number that you see at the bottom of a spreadsheet was too low and you remember that number. And you're like, dude, that shit said 33,000. You really think that shit's 33,000? Motherfucker, go to bed. Go to sleep. Like you sitting there worried about a number saying 33,000 because, man, it should be in the 20s. It should not be in the 30s. That shit said 33,000. That shit should be like 24, 25 maybe. And after that, you become wrapped up in numbers. And it's at a point where you realize that you're dreaming in numbers. You're going through marriages. You're not putting all your energy where you should really fucking put it because you more worried about career and corporate and financial statements and numbers and going to seminars and fucking handing out business cards than you are your real life. And I just got caught up in corporate. I got caught up in that shit. And I was 38 and I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna walk. It was like, bro, you at the beginning of your career, man. You only been doing this shit for like 15, 20 years. You at the beginning of your fucking career. People do this shit for like 50 years. You 15, 20 in, 50 years, man. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to work on cars, man. I was like, what? I'm just going to work on cars, man. That's it. I'm going to work on cars. And motherfuckers looked at me sideways. I had $600 suits, $800 suits. I had closets, racks. Y'all got to realize how long I was in accounting for. I had Bostonian shoes, Stacey Adams. I had all nice fucking shoes, suits. I was giving suits to my man Nino. He was a DJ out in Vegas. I was giving his ass suits. I had so many fucking suits. I said, I'm never working in a suit again. I was giving away suits, $600, $800 suits. I was giving them to the Goodwill. That's how I know shit's got the Goodwill was good because I'm somebody that gives it. I'm dropping off suits there, DKNY suits, Liz Claiborne for men's suits, man, Jay Jacobs. I'm dropping off every fucking thing. And I was like, I'm just done. I'm done. So you got to understand. And I'd say all of that because it's a, oh yeah, you know you made it when you walk in with Bostonians. They make that click sound and wealthy. Bostonian got a whole store. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna go buy some shoes from here. Them Bostonians was nice. I might go give me another pair. No, I probably wear them motherfuckers once a year. No, but it's like when I work with you guys, with drivers, and I think of all the people who I work with, Stephen Klubeck, Melly Sullivan, Carmen over at Caesar's Palace, Carmen Russell, she was at Caesar's Palace 25 years when I got there running General Ledger. Larry was running fucking, AR and shit like that. All these people, man. Paul O'Neill. Paul O'Neill was actually best friends with Pat Riley. Pat Riley was the coach of the fucking Heat. So Paul O'Neill was our CEO. Me and Paul O'Neill used to email each other all the fucking time. So he used to tell me stories about fucking Pat Riley all the time. That was like one of his best friends and shit. And these are the people who I used to fuck with. I used to work with every day, walking the names like, Jeff, these are the people in charge of your career. Richard Brown over at Stratosphere, when Carl Icahn hired all of us, Joe Ruff and all of us, and had us come in and clean up Stratosphere. And you think Carl Icahn is like another Trump. He's one of them. Carl Icahn is actually invested in Lyft, come to think of it. He got in trouble for shit dealing with Lyft. But it's like, man, yeah, that dude, yeah, tall as a motherfucker, real tall dude. That's Paul O'Neill. That was my boss. That dude was my boss at Caesar's Palace. And so when I think about all that life that I walked away from, all these people that I walked away from, and I now spend my Saturdays hanging out with fucking drivers. I spend my Fridays hanging out with drivers. I'm in parking lots chatting with fucking people. I'm helping people make money. We all making money. We trading clients back and forth. This is real life shit. That shit that I was into, man, it was driving me crazy, man. I tell y'all, they put a lot of weight on your shoulders. They put a lot of, and I tell you, shit like that is what people go to prison for. All them accountants for Enron, they all went to prison. All these people, Arthur Anderson, they all went to prison. All these accountants and artists went to prison. They put a lot of shit on your shoulders, man. They put a lot of shit on your shoulders. And I was a young kid at the time, and I'm seeing money, I'm seeing suits, I'm seeing titles. My office overlooking the strip, and I'm thinking, this is what dreams is made of, man. I feel like the motherfuckers on Nip Tuck. I'm feeling like them two doctors on Nip Tuck. I got Mercedes in a garage, Escalades in a garage. I got 6 motorcycles lined the fuck up. I'm renting 2 houses at the same time. I'm feeling like them doctors on Nip Tuck. Fine ass fucking girls in a club. I'm marrying these motherfuckers, having kids with them and shit. I feel like I'm on Nip Tuck. I'm like, man, this is the lifestyle. I got sucked into that shit. And I said, I got to get the fuck up out of Vegas, man. I got to get up out of Vegas. So I left. And I never looked back. I never thought about moving back. Vegas is cool, man. That shit's cool. But it's like, I knew where I belonged. I belonged to the streets, motherfucker. I belong to the streets. I came from the hood, man. I came from the hood. I have no problem being in the streets. I have no problem fucking with people from the street. I have no problem sitting around talking to a homeless dude, buying him a sandwich and 2 bottled waters, and just buying his dog some dog snacks, just hanging out with him for a minute. I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is people controlling me, telling me how to speak to somebody on the bank. I can't talk to Stina. Stina was at Bank of Nevada at the time. I couldn't talk to Stina the way I wanted to talk to her because I had to talk professional. But Stina was funny. She was cool. I was cool. I'm funny. Jeff, we can hear, because I talk to people on speakerphone all the time, and we're laughing and joking, having fun in the office and shit like that. Jeff, we got to keep it a little more professional level, this and that. I'm like, you know what? Don't worry about how the fuck I talk to people. I'm the fucking accountant around here. I talk to people how I talk to them. They talk back to me like that. I'm not some stuffy motherfucker. I'm not that dude. I'm just not. So even though I was smart as shit, like I said, I was Rain Man like a motherfucker, but I wasn't corporate enough. I was still too street. I was still too independent. I pick up dogs off the fucking bus stop and bring them home. I own the motherfucker now. There he is. He's sleeping right there behind me. This motherfucker don't ever leave. I pick up dogs off the fucking bus stop. And it's like, that's how I am. I don't need no motherfucking purebred $3,000-$4,000 dog. I pick up a free dog on the bus stop that bark too fucking much. He's my best friend now. I've been from the streets, man. I've been from the streets. So when I'm hanging out in rideshare and I see all of us fighting and struggling just to make fucking $2, $3. Oh, I get a $3 surge. Fuck all that. Let's get money. It's out there. I was corporate for a long time. I know it's money in what we're doing. Because if it wasn't money in what we're doing, you think all these rich motherfuckers would be investing in what we're doing? There's money in this. Go out there and get it. There's money in this. There's apps coming out left and right, willing to say, we respect y'all as drivers. You guys could be anything you want to be in this world, anything you want to be. We respect y'all for saying, I'm going to put my life on hold, all my aspirations on hold to get these motherfuckers from point A to point B, and I want to do it to make money. I'm going to buy a nice car. I'm going to dress nice. I'm going to talk nice. I'm going to be nice. For that, pay me. Cool. And so I tell folks right there, if you think that this is a side hustle or a side job or just side cash, first thing you need to do is look in the mirror. Are you a side motherfucker? Because I'm not. I'm a main person of my house. I'm the main breadwinner. I'm the head of household. I'm the main shit. Ain't no side shit about me. Look in the mirror if you feel you doing some side shit, because maybe you are a side motherfucker. I'm about this money, all of it. I'm willing to share it with people, but I'm not willing to get robbed. I call these motherfuckers thieves. Write in my message. You're going to see it when I put the video. I call they ass thieves. Right in the chat. Y'all some thieves. They said, we got your $51. I said, thank you. Because I know who you motherfuckers really are, because I used to be one of y'all. Don't think I wasn't. I chose not to go down that road forever. I stopped when I felt I had enough. I was done. I just wanted to wake up, bake motherfucking cookies before I went to sleep, eat some motherfucking pancakes if I wake up, wash my car. If I choose to drive it, I do. If I don't, I don't. Work on the transmission, change my park plug, hang out at motherfucking Walmart, go on eBay, buy some parts and shit. That's what my life is about. The shit corporate is about, I couldn't do it. And everybody's not cut out for corporate. It's some cutthroat shit. It's some cutthroat. Man, right here, man. I was a chef for years, took up the ranks quick, making executive chef, but after a while, I just couldn't handle it. Got burned at 26. Imagine that. Oh, yeah. Bruh, because an executive chef, what you guys do is subjective, not objective. See, I did shit that was objective, which means 2 + 2 is 4. It will always be. 2 + 2 will always be 4. It's hard to be wrong when you know 2 + 2 is 4. It's hard to be wrong. An executive chef, you got to make this shit how he likes it, how he likes it, how she likes it, how he likes it, how she likes it. And you gonna have feedback from all of that shit as a chef. 2 + 2 don't equal 4 when you're an executive chef. Shit's way harder when your shit is subjective, not objective. Man, thank you, Big C. I appreciate that. So trust me, telling me you got burned out at 26 meant you couldn't take the bullshit they was feeding you. You knew you was better than that. You're not going to sit down every day and get beat up. Every day getting beat up when you doing your best. But somebody who's having a shitty day want to say, well, I don't like the way this steak is done. They probably love the way it's done, but they having a shitty day. Just like I had a shitty day last night driving Lyft. People have shitty days. I was having a horrible day. I pulled over by the brick wall and just said, I ain't driving no more. You can hear me talk on the video about the shit. I was mad as a mother. People have bad days. Somebody sat at the restaurant having a bad day and said, I'm going to make sure this chef has the shittiest day of his life. I don't like the fucking beets. I don't like the cauliflower. I don't like the steak. They probably like it all. They just want to act like a shithead just to make your day hard. Being an executive chef is very subjective. You are subjected to everybody's opinion. Not a true objective fact like 2 + 2 is 4 is an objective fact. An accountant knows is a fact. 3 × 3 is 9. It's an objective fact. It's not subjective at all. But when you do something in a subjective realm, oh man, it takes a certain personality. It's an art. We talked about that on the channel before. Cooking is an art. So it's like, if you want to say, I want my career in my life to be based in something that's subjective to somebody else's opinion all the time. Me fixing the transmission, either it works or it don't work. That's it. Either it works or me putting in spark plug, either your car runs better or it runs worse. It's not really subjective, it's objective. You know if it runs better. If the motherfucker shaking at the stoplight, it ain't running better. It means I got to go back in and fix it. But if like when you doing something that deals with art, that's what they call it, the culinary arts. It's an art to make a steak. It's an art to make quiche. It's an art to make desserts. It's an art. It's a culinary art. You ain't never heard nobody saying mechanical arts. Jeff, are you going to do mechanical arts on my car? Yes, I'm going to fix your fucking windshield wipers, you idiot. No, it's not an art. It's just objective. I'm just putting your windshield wipers on. It ain't that fucking hard to do. You snap the motherfuckers out, snap the new ones in. That's it. But once you start doing culinary shit, oh, it's an art. Shit's hard, man. Yeah, music is the same way. Anything that has that word art attached to it, you better have the heart for it. The HEART, motherfucker. You better have the heart for art. That's another shirt for your ass. Do you have the heart for art? Because if you don't, man, that shit's going 26. You like, I'm not fucking with y'all. I'm not, because I'm gonna end up knocking you out and I'm gonna knock you out. Bro, you're a chef, motherfucker. Take that chef hat off. Motherfucker, I'm a boxer now because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit, man. Oh yeah, Daytona, real shit. Never fuck with a person who was cooking your food. That right there, man. I don't like the beets. I don't like the cauliflower. I don't like the beets. Then don't fucking eat it. That was mom's level of culinary arts. If you didn't like it, motherfucker, you don't eat dinner. You be sitting there like, man, I don't like macaroni and cheese. Then starve, motherfucker, starve. Okay. Yeah. See, that's mom's culinary arts right there. Motherfucker, you ain't got to eat it. Take your ass to bed. It's like shit. Nowadays, kids, Mom, I don't like this. I want to go to P.F. Chang's. Motherfucker, they'll load the car up and go to P.F. Chang's. I wish my kids would say some stuff. Dad, I don't like this. I'd like to go to Cheesecake Factory. Shit, and start walking, motherfucker, and take your own money. Well, I ain't got none. Exactly. Like, man. Oh, yeah. Driving is a science and an art form. I would say that because driving is very subjective, not objective. I would say driving has to be art. It has to be. Because some people suck at driving and it's, they just don't know how to fucking drive. They brake too hard, take off too fast, turn, they don't know how to turn, wide ass turns, hitting shit, cars all banged up. I would have to agree, Charles, that driving could be an art. I would say it is very subjective. And there's things you can do to help your driving where 2 + 2 is 4. There's nothing you can do to help that equation. It's what it is. You can't say, hey, what if we do 2 × 1 plus 2 × 1 = 4? Motherfucker, you're not helping by adding times 1. It's still 2 + 2 = 4. You can't really do much with that equation. But with driving, you can do a lot of different shit with it. You can say, hey, you know what, man? I'm going to teach you how to brake properly. I'm going to teach you how to drive a stick shift better. I'm going to teach you to use your turn signals all the fucking time, not just when you feel like it. Get used to using turn signals. And that's kind of like why I like my BMW. But I turn the shit off because I always use my turn signals. But when I first got it, there's so much construction was going on 143 that if your car goes over one of the white lines in the road, it jerks the steering wheel. It's like, shit. So I turn that shit off. All that lane assistance shit, I turn all that off. I don't like that. Exactly. This is 2 in 2024 is like 2 + 2 = 5. That's not subjective. That's right. It's all in how you identify. Well, that other 2 identifies as a 3. You just don't know it. You see a man, but it's really a fucking lady. You see a 2, but it's really a 3. It's all that 2 identifies as a 3. See, that's what you see. 2 ladies walking. Hey, what's up, ladies? I'm not a lady. Oh shit, you look like a lady. I'm a number 3. Like, okay, my bad. Shit. So yeah, 2 + 2 = 5 in America because that other 2 might identify as a 3. You don't fucking know. Shit. It's like, man, ask the number. Hey, how do you feel, number? Do you feel like a 2? Actually, I feel like a 3. I feel like a fucking 3. All right, then. 2 + that 2 = 5. Because he feels like a 3. It's like, shit. Only in America can you make a number feel like it's not. It's like, it depends on what you identify as. I know. You said, make sure everyone knows that it counts the ballots on election day knows that 2 + 2 = 5. Because, well, actually, you don't know. 2 + 2 might = 5 if the 5 identifies as a 4. What if that 5 really identifies as a 4? I don't feel like a 5. I feel like a 4. I think I'm going to be, motherfucker, you was born a 5, but I feel like a 4. Fuck it then. 2 + 2 = 5 because that 5 feels like a 4. Now you're right. See, so that's how shit is in America, man. Motherfucker, how do you feel, 5? I don't know. Today I might feel like a 6. I might feel like a 4. Who knows? Do you feel like I was born a 5, but I'm not staying a 5? Like, all right, whatever, motherfucker. Math is fucking math. So Halloween identifies as a black lesbian. That's cam shit. I know for real. So that's math. Like I said, man, you can say XX chromosomes, XY chromosomes. You can say whatever. It's all in what do you identify as, motherfucker? This is identity politics. What do you identify as? Well, I'm a 2, but I identify as a 3. All right, then 2 + 2 = 5. No, man, but it looked like a 2, but it doesn't feel like a 2. It feels like a 3. Ask it. How do you feel? Motherfuckers talking on their sheet of paper. How do you feel? Motherfucker, my bank account might say $800, but it identifies as $1 million. I'm gonna spend this money on some shit today. Motherfucker, that's 800. But I ask it, I feel like $1 million. It's like, see, told you. Motherfucker be out trying to buy shit with $800. I got $1 million, bro. That says 800. Looks like 800, but it identifies as $1 million. How do you feel? I feel like $1 million. Damn, bro, I got $1 million over here, man. The 800 just said it. Like salesman, like, hey, sell him that fucking Jaguar over there. Bro, he says 800. No, it looks like 800. It identifies as $1 million. Fucking sell it to him. Motherfucker drive off the car lot with an $800 car. Like, yeah, I just spent $800. Shit identified as $1 million. It's like, man, this is nugget. I'm me. Exactly. I tell people, I wake up in the morning, I'm whatever the fuck. I might wake up today as a rideshare driver. I might wake up as a mechanic. I might wake up as just somebody taking in stray dogs. Who knows? They never tell a woman that your 5-inch hot dog identifies as a 9-inch point. I identify as a 9. Say, motherfucker, you look like Wet Willie's Wild Water Park. Like, what the fuck? You ain't a 9. You Wet Willie's. No, man, but shit. Hey, what time is it? Oh, damn, we've been on this live stream for 2 hours. We're back to the old days again. Here we go, man. 2-3 hour fucking live stream. I was only going to be on here for an hour because I wanted to really tell everybody about that thing about what's going on with Arizona and getting their ride permits, driving permits and stuff like that. But if people aren't out there doing that, trust me, it's coming down the pipe, y'all. It's coming down the pipe. Yeah, no, we cooking, man. We cook. We always over here cooking. We get to cooking and leave shit on the grill till it's burnt. We be forgetting shit. Motherfucker like, hey, what's smoking behind you? Oh shit, mic drop still on. My bad. Let me get that shit off the grill. Forgot that motherfucker was on. Shit, yeah, that shit's burnt on one side. Like, man. So had a client say she also gets rides from a dude who drives a Tesla and pays less with him. Told him to ride. I told to ride that dude with all the time and lets me know his prices are after he gets service. Oh yeah, man, never, bro. A 1 hour live stream, we just getting warmed up at 1 hour. At 1 hour, motherfucking lips finally moving right up, and the first 30 minutes, I'll be stumbling over the head. Second hour, I'll be talking like a motherfucking linguistics. I'm like, hey, what's up, dog? Yeah, motherfucking lips working right now. It's hour number 2, and my lips is on. First fucking hour, I'll be stumbling over fucking words and shit. First hour is 20 minutes. I'm telling you, the first hour is marinating. So we gonna marinate for about an hour, and then we gonna start cooking this shit. Let's go. We in hour 2 now, man. We marinate that. This is a straight up true barbecue, man. We say this barbecue just getting good. We just getting into it. But I'm telling you, Melly Mel, yeah, man, y'all check out Mel's channel, man. I was looking at some over the other day, man. You got some pretty good content, man. I was listening to it in the background. That shit's pretty good, man. And like I said, more of us on the 300 need to be out here preaching and prophesizing how we are really doing in this industry, because a lot of people don't want to know that we're doing well, that we're really doing well, doing it how we, like I just showed y'all. I have zeros on my screen for Uber. Lyft, you might see 300, you might see 200. You're like, well, where's the fucking money at, Jeff? How are you doing so? Private rides, they don't want to tell y'all. Why do you think the apps started putting the word professional and private inside of their apps? Because they know riders and drivers are talking now. They know that riders out there are saying, oh, I got a private driver. And somebody gonna have the app, oh, well, I have a private driver too showing up. He's platinum private. Is your guy platinum private? Like, motherfucker, what do you mean platinum private? Look at this on the app. It's just platinum private. It's just a motherfucker that was waiting at the airport queue that they just pulled away. He ain't a real private driver. I'm telling you, Roxy, hey, been missing you too, lady. But I'll be trying to drop these tracks. I'm out here trying to, get this money in these streets and everything, because I know it's going to be a slow winter. And I know YouTube was going through a period, and it's across the boards. It's not just me, it's across the board. A lot of us content creators are getting shadow banned, and they're removing our subscribers. People are coming to my channel saying, oh, dude, I'm subscribed to you, but I went and said I'll unsubscribe. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But what I'm thinking about doing is also, Sergio, thank you, brother, for the super chat. I appreciate that, man. Should we back in the bill one, man? Sergio Figueroa, shit, always on the block. But yeah, but what I'm thinking about doing is starting a email group to where I notify you guys when I'm ready to drop a video or when I'm gonna drop a live stream. So if you look in my channel description or this live stream description, it says email, then it says send me an email to that email address, and in the subject line, just put notify me. Because what I want to do is create just one email group that when I get ready to go on a live stream, I can notify you guys before YouTube even knows what the fuck's going on. Like, nobody gonna know what's going on, but you gonna get a straight and it's not gonna be a long chatty ass email. I'm just gonna be like, hey, I'm dropping a video today at 2:30 p.m. It's already scheduled. That's it. And that's the notification you'll get from me. Because YouTube might not do that shit to you. YouTube might say, I ain't notifying you of shit. We ain't worried about Jeff. I might be ready to do a live stream. Hey, man, I'm going to go live in about 30 minutes. If I send one email and it blasts the whole group, oh, Jeff's doing a live stream in about 30 minutes. That's me directly letting you know. So we ain't got to go through YouTube. Yeah, my email is, let me do like this, uberjeepaz@gmail.com. And so with that email address, what I'm going to do is, if in the description line, you just put notify me, I'm going to create a whole new email at a list of just people I'm only notifying for videos and stuff. So you, like I said, you're not going to get a bunch of information and shit like that, but you're going to get a direct, yeah, I'm cutting the motherfuckers out. Fuck them. They don't want to let my people know. Fuck it. I'll let my people know. So what I do is I'll let you know. Oh yeah. And hey, time to wake up is funny. You funny. You funny. You think you funny. Cause you know already when I be going off on motherfuckers when they say that. And hey bro, what's your email? I'll be going the fuck off. What the fuck you mean? What's my email? You know how to read? I'll be mad. So now, of course, time to wake up once again. Notices the weird shit. He says, wait a minute. Jeff just told us his email. Hey, is Jeff an alien? Is this fucking a goddamn hieroglyphic or something like that? What are you, man? Not hieroglyphic. What do they call it? One of those holograms. Is this a hologram? Is that really Jeff back there? The motherfucker just said his email. He's AI. That's not even real Jeff. That's AI Jeff. He said his email. Motherfucker never says his email address. But it's like, but that's the thing. I'll get that list together. And when I get ready to drop a video, you get a notification directly from me. Hey, and I might even copy the video link. Well, the link won't work until after the video becomes, because it says private until the time hits. And once it hits, like, let's say 3 o'clock, then that link works as an actual link, but it'll say private the whole time. Say, hey, Pedro, it's Armageddon. I just told us this fucking email. It's Pedro. Exactly. That's funny shit. Time to wake up is on one today, man. You too quick. You too quick today, man. I forgot. Hey, if y'all don't remember the old live streams from back in the day, man, time to wake up would get on the live streams and hijack them. And we'd be crying, laughing for 30, 40 minutes straight. We can't even fucking talk. He used to hijack all the live streams and have us in tears. Man, between you and Tony, fucking DoorDash, not DoorDash dad, goddammit, Driven Dad. Between you and Tony hijacking my live streams back in the day, man, that shit used to be comedy. I love, because I like to go look at it. I still laugh. I'll go find one and just be like laughing. The one in the garage with that shit about the fucking her skin was saggy like a spacesuit, like a NASA spacesuit. Man, I was dying laughing. Somebody said, yeah, her skin was saggy like a NASA spacesuit. Boy, we fell out laughing. We was in tears, man, in tears, crying. And then who was that? Was that you or Zick? Was talking about the gay dude sitting at the bar or something like that, on the bar stool or some shit. We were crying. Yeah, that's when I used to hijack my live streams, and we'd be on for like 5 hours. A whole hour of it would just be just laughing, just straight fucking laughing. Yeah, Zick, you 3 motherfuckers on a live stream, they will come in and destroy your live stream. You have it all planned out, and all of a sudden shit just goes sideways. Shit, boy, we be crying, laughing. I know these nuts. See, man, those back in the days, man. I'm glad to be back, Miss Roxy. I'm glad to be back. I miss hanging out on live streams, but y'all know we got to be out here in these streets getting this money, and we got to prove that it's possible. What's up, Alicia? That's my girl, Alicia. Go ahead. She's another Arizona. I don't know. No, are you a Reno native, Arizona native? You just in Arizona now. But yeah, man, we got to be out in these streets proving to people that can be done, because there's a lot of people. Oh, the Port Authority one. Oh, that. Oh, that one, the Port Authority. That one, that fucked the live. We had to end the live stream. I think we actually ended it. We laughed so hard for about 30 minutes straight. Nobody could talk no more, because every time we talked, we had to end the whole live stream. That shit was hilarious. Bro, that shit right there, taking a bath in the sink at the Port Authority. Boy, you had us dying that day. I'll tell y'all, man, some of these live streams, this is what we do as drivers. Like, a lot of us really do hang out. We actually, like I said, my man David flew in town from Ohio, never met him, picked him up, bam. We treat it like family. You come to town, you ain't got to worry about shit. We got you. Where you need to go, what you got to do, we got you. We, on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, where we hang out, man. We're a true community, not just on the internet, but we're like hang out with people. King James the other day, King James hit me up. King James was like, hey, Jeff, man. And if anybody knows, do me a favor. I didn't even do a video on this. I did not do a video on this repair. This is how bad of a repair it is. The repair is so bad that I didn't want to do it. I started to do a video, but after I realized what I was working on, which was about 10 minutes into the job, I stopped recording. That's how bad this car repair was that I was working on. King James brought me this fucking car. This girl said, hey, man, this lady wants you to fix this car. I said, okay. She got a 2016. Remember this 2016 Honda Accord. I said, okay, cool. 2016 Honda Accord. Honda's easy to work on. No big deal. Yeah. She wants the front struts done. I said, okay, the front struts. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll charge her like $200, because usually I charge about 300, but she's down and out. She's a woman. She's in rideshare. I told her I'll take $100. He's a man. She ain't got nothing, man. She's dead broke. I said, she said 150. I said, you know what? I'll do it for 150. I said, but this, and you can ask King James, ask him. I said, I will do it for 150, but she is on the back burner. He knew what I was talking about. If you ain't paying me, if you pay me half what I've been knowing, you are not a priority. So don't act like you're a priority. You're on the back burner. I said, I'll get to it when I can. I'm working on other shit. I got things to do. I'm driving. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I got other car. She's on the back burner. But I will get to her car because I said I'll do it. I'm not going to leave her stranded. I'm going to get to her car. Okay, she's out of town. Bring the car over. Brought the car over. Sat it there. Gave me the 150. Gave me the parts. 10 minutes into this, I'm recording because I like to do content for people to teach them how to fix shit. 10 minutes into this repair, I got the wheels off. I got everything set. And I look at the actual strut. Now I look at the strut. It's one of those struts that goes into your hub. This is not a strut that just like my Jeep strut. There's a bolt that goes through it and it slides into a groove and you take the bolt out and you pop it out. This and that. Jeep struts are like the easiest strut you'll ever do. This sat in the hub. So the springs it's a one hole assembly. The springs were expanding and it pushed it down into the hub. And the hub is about this deep. It's about on this bottle, probably about that deep is the hub. So I got to get that much of the strut out as the strut is pushing down. So remember, this lady, rideshare driver, I'm gonna hook my people up. She's a lady. She don't got a lot of money. You know how much the shop charge for these 2016 Honda Accords? Shop's charge is over $1,000. Over $1,000. I did it for 150 bucks. And 1,000 is labor. That's labor. That's not the strut itself. That's just labor. I did it for 150 bucks. Now, do you know what it takes? Pull up a video of a 2016 Honda Accord strut assembly front. You won't see a lot of them because a lot of people don't do them. They don't fuck with them no more. So I'm already deep into this job now. I had to take the axle off, the lower control arm off, the fucking where it bolts to the subframe and everything. The fucking the sway bar links had to come out. The huge nut that gets the axle, take the axle out. You got the CV joint pushback. Each side was about 3 hours. Each side was about 3 hours just to get the strut off and on. Each side, not the whole job, each side. And I did this for this lady for 150 bucks. Ain't no way in hell I'll ever touch another 2016 Honda Accord ever in my life. Ever. Yeah. Oh, she had me, man. And her struts was knocking bad. They were knocking bad because they completely worn out the mount. So even driving, you could hear it clunk, clunk, clunk. Because I had to drive it. That shit was clunking hard as hell. Oh, it's smooth. It sounds like a brand new car now. No clunk, no squeaks, no creaks, no nothing. But I said 300 because I didn't realize the strut went down into the hub. I said 300. The job was probably should have been 600, honestly. And I did it for $150, even when I knew I fucked myself. I had already made this lady a promise that I'll do it for 150. There was no going back and changing. That shit's on me. I'm not one of them guys. Oh, you know what? I was going to do your struts, but I kind of figured, it's a little bit more than, this. No. If I tell you 150, then I just fuck myself. That's all. I got to take that. So I did this lady's car for him. And King James didn't know because he don't work on cars like that. So he was like, man, she broke, man. She was a driver. She broke. She on, I'm like, you know what? I get it because I drive too. But if I would have looked up that Honda Accord job before I did it, I would have probably said no. The only reason why I did that job for her is because I didn't know how deep of a job it really was. But once I had already had everything apart and I realized I fucked myself, it took me 2 nights to do her car. I did one side, I did passenger side one night, driver side the next night. That's how bad it was. Because after 3 hours of breaking that car apart, just to get a strut off and on, I could do my strut on my Jeep in 45 minutes, maybe not even 45. I mean, and that's the hard part, just pushing it up. I could probably do my front struts on my Jeep might take me, I would say 30 minutes. My front struts, one side, 30 minutes, hour, I'm done. Rear, probably a little bit quicker because I got air struts back there. 3 hours, per side, just to get a strut off and on. That's why Honda stopped making those type of strut assemblies. That shit sits down in there. It's like here's your strut and here's the big thing, and it goes right down into your hub and it sits there and it bolts and it locks in. I'm like, who the fuck thought about this design? Who thought about this? I had the whole subframe off these cars. It was, bruh. But this is what we do to help each other out as a rideshare community. There was no way I was going to call this lady and say, hey, I did one side, but I'm not doing the other side. There was no way I was going to call her. Hey, I got it all apart. Can you call a tow truck to come get it? Once I started, and I give you my price, it's a done deal. There is no reneging on my part. When I give my word on some shit, I give my word. And I'm one of those people that's in the rideshare community that's willing to help out a fellow rideshare driver. That's like, you know what, man, I can't afford to do this. I say, you know what, I'll do your brakes. But if you got to bring me, because people think brakes are easy. Oh, man, can you do it $50 per side? You don't even know what it takes. I might need to take your whole e-brake assembly off to unwind your e-brake assembly, to put your e-brake assembly back on. You don't know what it takes. A lot of us don't know what it takes. So usually when I give my price, it's a fair price based on my experience. I've never done 2016 Honda Accord struts, and I probably never will again. But I did that because I already told her I would. And I'm telling you right now, I was not happy. And it's not that I was not happy with her. I knew I made an error when I didn't research the car before working on it. That was my error right there. That was on me. So she came up, and she didn't try to come up on me. She didn't try to hustle me. She really don't have money. I saw the car. She really don't have money. So the fact that she now has a car driving like a brand new car is not, I'm telling you, that shit was hitting hard. King James will tell you that shit was knocking bad. The mounts were completely gone. There was nothing left in those struts. But now she can go out and drive people around and not feel, man, I don't have to drive around, scaring the shit out of my passengers. And, because that shit was loud. King James drove it over here. He was like, dude, I don't know how she was driving it. King James said, man, I have no idea how she was driving this car, man. And I'm like, it can't be that bad until I backed out of my driveway. And my driveway has a slope like this. That shit said, boom. I thought it popped through the fucking hood. There was no mount there. It's completely disintegrated. I was like, oh, shit. And she was trying to drive people around like that. So she got lucky to find me on a time when I didn't research the part. I just gave King James a number. I said, hey, tell her this, man. And he was like, well, she said she don't got that much. She only got, I said, okay, I'll do it for 150. But she's on a back burner. She's not a priority. I'll do it for 150, but she's not a priority. She said she cool. She cool. She going to go out of town anyway. She going to leave you with the car. I'm like, okay, cool. And man, like I said, she's good now because them struts are solid. She'll be good for the rest of the life. She owns that fucking car. They're in there. It's solid now. She's good. But that's how we take care of each other's drivers. Even if I make an error or if I make a mistake in my estimation or in my guess, that's something I have to eat. I got to do that. And like I said, I appreciate you guys for even super chatting me today because that kind of helps her, honestly. Because for the 6 hours of work I put in on her car, grossly underpaid on it, I think you guys basically helped her out. You guys just helped her pay for her goddamn repair. Because I put 6 hours in on 2 days. It took me 2 days to fix that lady's car. And I was like, man. And luckily I got air equipment. There's no way you can do this without an air gun. No way. I had to take the bolts out of the subframe to get her whole lower control arm off. Then I had to get that sway bar bolt out, which doesn't have a part where you latch onto. Then I had to get all of these strut. Man, it was a crazy job. Look it up on YouTube. Nobody's doing it. You will see a handful of, like I said, I started to record it. I was maybe 10 minutes into recording, and I said, fuck this. I put that phone up on the table and said, let me get this shit done. It's like, I ain't recording shit. I'm about to just do this. And I did it. And I'm like, never again. She's a lucky one. She's got 2016 Honda Accord struts done by me once and never again. Like, man. It's like, man. Yeah, exactly, brother. That's what it is, man. You got to show love to receive love. Thank you, Rox. Appreciate that. Good things are coming your way, karma. And that's the thing. You know what? Just you guys are still supporting the channel because this is what people don't understand. And somebody say, Jeff, you're a jack of all trades. It's only so many hours in a day, but I do a lot for a lot of people. And I do my best to do a lot for even people on my channel. I do a lot off my channel for people. I pick people up. I fix cars. I help people. People come pick me up. I mean, we're doing everything all the time. And just you guys supporting just one entity. And I radiate that back out because even like King James says, he needs brakes. And King James, like, he's probably not on the chat right now, but what he don't realize is that if he buys the pads, I'm going to do his brakes for free because King James has taken care of me so many times in so many different ways. I feel bad charging this man labor to do brakes on his car. So, and he's got like a newer Camry. And so I'm like, I told him, I'll do your brakes. I didn't tell him if I would charge him or not. I just said, I'll do them, but I'll probably do them for free because he's taking care of me in so many different ways. If he goes out and buys the pads, he can drop that shit off in my driveway. I'll do his brakes for him. That way he ain't got to worry about a shop, because I know how much shops are charging for these people, man. You pull up in there with a new Camry, a 22, 24 Camry, oh, they charge you $800. It's like, dude, keep the 800. Keep the 800, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Man. So you'll see another 2016 Accord. He'll say, I'm cool on that shit. Bro, that Accord broke my soul, man. That shit broke my soul. That shit, man, for me to take 2 days to just put front struts on any car has never been documented ever in the history of me doing cars for my whole fucking life. This is why you don't see anybody doing them. Because I'm like, bro, who made this fucking strut assembly? There's so many easy ways they could have engineered this. Why did they do it like this? Because they didn't want to use upper control arms, probably. They didn't want to do something to add another component, because the strut is basically an upper control arm, because it goes right into the top of the hub, and it keeps the hub from aiming down, because the strut goes straight in. You got your your sway bar link right into the back of the strut. Then you got your tie rod coming on the front. You got your lower control arm with your ball joint on the bottom, keeping it up. That strut is doing two things in once. It's an upper control arm, but it's also a strut. That's how they fucked them cars up. It's like, bro, you got to make another system. You could have wrapped an upper control arm around it, just mounted it to the frame, wrap an upper control, and had a strut in the center just with a bolt in the bottom, and just lifted it right out, and it would have been done. It would have been done. But they had to say, no, we're going to make the strut also the upper control arm. So we're going to sit it into a whole sleeve, so it has to be in a sleeve. Well, guess what? It's got to come out of the sleeve now. You could put it in there, but how are you going to get it out? Especially when the strut is expanding. When you start raising a car, the strut expands, because that's how struts work. So the springs are pushing out. So no matter how high you go, that shit ain't going to ever have clearance to come out. You might get, if you got this much to get it out, you might be able to pull that strut this high up, and you got all this way to go. So that means the entire lower control arm has to come off. Your tie rods have to come off. Your axle, get the axle nut off. The axle has to be pushed back into the engine, pull the whole hub off, have jack stands right there, resting on a jack. I had one jack stand under one of the caliper, the other jack stand up under the actual rotor, just to keep it from coming completely out, because I just needed clearance. 2 nights doing that damn car. Never again. A 2016 ain't me, man. It ain't me. Love the tech, though. Hey, this is what we drive, brother. We drive machines, Ja. We drive machines, man. So when I'm sitting here chatting about it and I'm talking about it, letting people know, riders need to know the extent of what we go through to make sure they have a comfortable ride. She could have kept driving around on them busted ass fucking struts, and eventually her car would have ended up on the ground. The strut would have went straight through the car. But she put money and time and effort into getting that taken care of. If she would have took it to a shop, she would have been out of a lot of money. I already know that, because ain't nobody touching that shit. Nobody's touching it. I just didn't look it up because I was busy at the time, and I told her 300. She said, no, I got 150. No, I said 200. She said, I got 150. I said, okay, cool. But man, this is the describe how Honda struck. Sounds like how my enlarged prostate prevents me from emptying my bladder, squirting pee. I know it, man. But that's what we go through this as drivers of machines. Uber and Lyft never have to go through this. Uber and Lyft never have to do this. What's up, Miss Lori? Uber and Lyft will never have to go through the shit we go through to keep these machines running. All they do, like I said, is they feed you pigeon shit rides. Hey, here's a ride for $4. $4. Do you know how much 2016 Honda struts cost? Just find a sucker to put them in for $150. That's how you fix that. No, it don't work like that for everybody, because somebody else out there has got a 2016 and they won't find somebody like me that'll do it. They got a 2016 and they'll have to go pay over. Well, the struts alone are probably about, I say, $300 to $400 per side. So that's already about $600, $800 right there. Then you've got like $1,000 in labor. So you're looking at almost 2 G's to do the front struts on this car. I sent her the link. I said, this is where you need to buy the struts from. So she bought the struts from the link I sent, and I just never looked at the actual repair, because I'm like, well, it's a Honda. Hondas are easy to work on. They're like little race cars. I had no idea they used that goddamn strut as the upper control arm. The strut is the upper control arm, which means you got to get all that shit apart. And I'm like, Man. Yeah. And that's why I don't do cheap rides, because I want to do rear rotors on my truck. I did the front brakes and rotors, and it took a lot of the dust off of my tires because they put cheap ass pads on my car before they sold it on that Expedition. So now that I got the ceramics with the new rotors on there, I never have to clean my front tires off. They used to be dusty after driving like 5 miles, all that brake dust everywhere. Now I can come home at night and I'm like, damn, they still clean. So I'm going to do the rear because now the rear looks dusty all the time. So now I'm going to do the rear when I have time. I just don't have time because I'm working on everybody else shit right now. Mechanic's car is always the last one to get touched because we always working on everybody else shit. But I want to make sure all my rideshare people out there who see these $1,800 bills at the shop hit me up first, like Jeff, because most of it is parts and labor. They charge over $400 per side, like $300 to $400 per strut side. So she's spending $600 to $800 on struts alone. I think she got both kits for under $200. So she got 2 whole entire strut assemblies for less than $200 is what I found them for. So less than $200 plus $150. So she paid maximum about $400 for this whole job when this is almost a $2,000 job. She paid maybe $400 total. That's a day's work instead of a week's work, because $1,800 is what she would have to drive for 84 hours to make that money just to pay for that repair. 84 hours. And that's not even profit. That's 84 hours of driving to make $1,800. You still putting gas, and she wouldn't have made it. She would not have made it. So she ended up paying about $400 for the repair instead. And now she can go out, work one day, make that money back that she spent. And now she's back in the profit zone after that. But that's what we do, man. That's what we do. We got to help each other out. And there's not a lot of, like I said, you see a lot of podcasts and YouTubers out there who do a lot of chatting. They do a whole bunch of fucking talking. But they ain't out shaking nobody's hand. They ain't out buying coffee. I had to go get Jamil's drink yesterday because Jamil, Eddie and them was about to leave. And they were buying us coffees and stuff. Jamil was like, hey, I'm on my way back. I was like, well, everybody's about to leave. He says, can you do me a favor, man? Because they pay for all of our drinks. Can you just grab me a drink? I said, well, what are you drinking? He says, like a tropical smoothie, bananas, no whipped cream, no shit. I got you. Don't worry about it. So I hurry up and got it before everybody left. So his drink got paid for. But ain't no YouTuber out there doing that shit for you. I'm the only one. But that's what we do as a community. This is truly beyond YouTube. And that's what a lot of channels are, only YouTube. They're just YouTube. They're like, hey, I'm going to show you something on YouTube. Watch my video. I'm showing you shit in real life. I'm hoping you go out and make money in real life. Even with Time to Wake Up. When Time to Wake Up first got on the channel, he was mainly doing just delivery. But he was like, wait a fucking minute. So you telling me I don't got to deal with these ragged ass apps? I can just do family and friends? Bet. Say less. Since then, Time to Wake Up has been putting up better numbers than almost all of us. That motherfucker put up better numbers than $600 in 3-4 hour days. This is what he's out there doing. Because he's like, I can make more doing delivery than driving rideshare on these apps. But I can make more doing family and friends than all this shit. So he took off. This motherfucker took off. He is no joke in these streets. Y'all think Roxy's a badass. Time to Wake Up is always posting this shit. He's always posting his numbers. And those numbers, I tell people, is not to gloat and to brag, but it's to give you hope to say, these people want to pay us. They do want to pay us. If they're giving you $600 for 3-4, what they're giving Alan's taking people up to Sedona and back. $600. Uber only gives you 151 way. They're paying Alan $600 round trip. Uber will give you 151 way. That's it. So these people want to pay us. They want to pay us. He says, I ain't gonna lie. He said, I miss my private delivery time. Me, I just sit in parking lots and throw cookies in the trash. I be mad as a motherfucker some nights. It's like, man, this is Jeff. I got some fresh chocolate chip cookies for my brother. I was just talking about that shit. That's funny. I was just saying at the Time to Wake Up too. Like, man, I be throwing cookies in the trash. I be mad as shit. Like, you made me throw my cookies away. My cookies were hard as a brick. By the time I got to them, I was that mad. They was hard as a brick. And I was like, threw that shit in the trash can. Mad as hell. And this is like, throwing away cookies is like throwing away $100 bill. I'll just wash that shit. I threw it in the trash can because it was wasted because I had left it in my little cup holder for too long, dealing with Lyft and all the shit I was dealing with. So the moisture in the cookie was gone. That shit was like a brick. I was mad as shit because I love my cookies, man. I was like, damn. What up, Hulk Smash? Reggie, my brothers. Hey, Robert say, keep fighting and educating. And this is what we do, Reg. I hope people take what we say every single day. Everything we do on this channel, you could leave my channel right now, and within an hour, you got like $100. Ain't no other channels doing that shit. You can leave my channel right now, $100. You can have somebody in your car right now while I'm talking right now, and guarantee they will ask before they get out their car, do you got a business card? Because this guy, he's making sense. I'd rather go through you and help my community out. Why am I using Uber and Lyft, who's taking money out of my community? Well, I could just use you all the time. I'm paying anyways. This is a channel that's going to put money in your pocket. And I don't mean you need to go out and make a YouTube channel to do it. No. You just got to open your mouth. Just like he loves Ariel. Hey, closed mouths don't get fed. Hungry pigeons don't get bread. Whatever they say. Shit. What up, Mohammed? What up? Oh, there you go. I went back and got him and squared me $500. There you go, right there. Had a guy pay me $600 for 20 miles 2 Saturdays ago. Picked him up from the club, brought him to another person's house. He said, can you come back and get me in 30 minutes? Went back and got him. Squared me $500. Man, real shit. Real shit. Hey, I saw yesterday, because I cannot. Jamil, what's the guy's name who just bought the Jamil, what is the guy's name who just bought that new Denali, the new black Denali? I can't remember his name. He's from Des Moines, that guy. I can't remember his name. But he was on his screen. He showed me on his screen the other day. He had a 3-mile ride, 3 miles, 3-mile ride. The dude picked the lady up, drove her to the bank, brought her back home. That was it. It was a 3-mile ride. It was cool, no problem. And he did it on home. 3-mile ride. I think he made like $11 or $9 or something like that. Done deal, easy. This is why private rides are essential. Gets home, she calls him back. Can you come back? I think I left something in your car. And he was like, okay. It was a cashier's check. The lady was moving money from one bank to another bank. $35,000. $35,000 cash. Jamil, what's the guy's name? Because he was telling $35,000 cashier check. Came back, looked all in the car. Didn't see the $35,000 cashier check. Drove the lady back to where she never dropped the check on the ground, nothing like that. She get back to her house. The check fell in the doorway as she was walking through the door, and it was sitting right behind the door. She tipped this man. He showed us on the app because he had did this for free. He did this for free just to help her out. She went back into the Hum app. And Chris, you can verify it if you're still out there. You can even verify this. Went to the Hum app, tipped this man $100. Hum, you could do that. Other apps, you can't. This motherfucker had $109 for 3 miles. That's basically what he drove. I was like, what? He said, yeah. He said, because I left and I was down the street, and she said, I think I dropped something. So he said, I just turned around and went back, and she looked in my car, couldn't find it. He's like, well, I think I left it at the place. So he went back to the bank, didn't leave it there. As soon as he get back home, there it is in her doorway. It was with her the whole time. She basically tipped him $100, and she had the money the whole time. The $35,000 check was sitting in her house. Still gave him $100. This is why people want to pay us. If that was not his private person, that didn't have his contact information, guess what? She would have had to call some random Uber driver or call Uber support, because Uber said, oh, you're going to get a private driver. Nothing is private with Uber. You're not going to be able to just call your driver directly and say, hey, I left some in your car, man. No, you got to go through Uber. Uber contacts the driver. Driver contacts Uber. Uber contacts you and says, hey, do you want us to give information back and forth? Be careful who you give information to, blah, blah, blah. You finally get in contact. It's fucking 3 hours later. No, she just picked the phone up. Hey, I think I dropped something in your car. This is why private drivers are so essential. I mean, I could use $100 like that. I mean, you went 3 miles, basically. I mean, he was just starting his day, probably. How great of a day is that? It took me $75 per side with those struts, $75 per side. And it took me 3 hours per side. So it took me 3 hours to make $75 each day. 3 hours to make $75 each day. Working, cutting my fingers up, my hands. I mean, you can still see some cuts on my hand. I was looking at them yesterday, which I think is this hand here has got cuts on this side here. Man, says Jeff, we're going to be downtown and do privates today. Okay, cool. I'll be down there, brother. I'll be down there. Say, which cars Uber and Lyft are moving from the black platforms? I don't even know yet, Muhammad. I have no idea. We're going to find out, though. But I tell people all the time, like I was saying yesterday, it doesn't make a difference what you call my car, Uber, Lyft. It doesn't make a difference. The difference is, what do I call my car? That's the difference. What do I call? I can have a black car. I can have a luxury car. It doesn't have to be on Uber's luxury platform, Lyft's luxury platform. Today, I'm going to show you today. When I sent my people, well, I already showed it. When I sent my people the actual quote for what I'm picking them up for tonight, it was off the black platform. So Uber and Lyft don't have to say, the people didn't go through the black platform. I just showed you, if you get a black truck like mine and you go through Lyft, this is what you're going to be charged. I mean, I would make that amount, but that's what you're going to be charged. The people's like, pick us up at 11:30. We'll pay you that. Cool, no problem, no problem. So it don't matter what they call you, whether or not they want it on your platform or on their platform or not. What do you call you? How do you classify your car? How do you classify yourself? Are you an employee? You a pigeon? You a private driver? Independent contractor? You can't sit and let these people tell you who you are. So this is how much money you want. Fuck that. You're making them trillions of dollars on your back. You're more important than what you think you are. They don't want you to know that. You're so important. They're changing their documentation to say professional, private. They're changing all of their information in their apps to call us different names to make us feel better about being on their apps. Oh, you could be professional by yourself. You could be private by yourself. But guess what? You can also be that on my app. You could be on Uber and be a private driver. You could be on Lyft and be a professional driver. No, you can't. They're just calling you that shit to make you feel better about doing it on their app. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. Exactly. There it is. My car is a 2016 Hyundai Elantra Limited, and I identify as a winner. I want winner money. That's right. That's right. 100, Charles. 100. If you say my car is super, Jesse's got a Hyundai Elantra. That's my man Jesse Becerra. Y'all see him in the chat all the time. Son Jojo. Shout out to my man Jojo if you out there. But Jesse, he's got an Elantra. Jesse will do a $16 offer on Uber for $60. Seen him do it many times. Hyundai Elantra, silver. It ain't even black. It ain't even black. So don't worry about if your car is black, what tier they're going to put you on. You have a customer right in front of you. That's your concern. Uber and Lyft, these motherfuckers are not even part of the equation. They're not. Don't even worry. Well, Uber doesn't call me black SUV. I don't give a shit what they call you. What do you call you? Well, it's black and it's an SUV. Then you got a black SUV. Guess what? If you got a white SUV, charge black SUV prices. Because whether it's black or white, you're still in the same clean as SUV. Well, a black one's worth more than a white one. No, a black one gets dustier more than a white one. That's about it. A black one looks dusty all the time. That's about all I can think of. A white one stays looking cleaner. So trust me, you're going to travel cleaner in a white one versus a black one. You're going to be cleaner. I see a lot of dusty ass shit out here. So don't sit there and let these people tell you that your car is not worth anything that only they're willing to pay. No, that's what you're willing to accept. Don't fall for that shit, man. Don't fall for that shit. First thing you say is, you know what? I'll pick you up at this time. This is my price. This is what time I'll be there. If the person want to ride, they'll go, okay. You can send them the Uber and Lyft price if you want to. Hey, UberX is charging, $47. I'm willing to do it for 40 even, and you ain't even got to tip me. Because if you do 47 and you tip me 10, you just pay 57. So you just pay 57 because you tip me 10. I'm charging you 40. I'm saving you $17 just by having this conversation with you. Exact same trip, you're saving 17. You're paying me 40, not 47 plus 10. I'm saving you almost $20 doing it this way. Do you want to ride with me or not? Well, I'd rather do it on the app. See you. Leave that shit on the app. Leave it on the app and you get out of there. I say, Jeff, if any of your private clients need private rides in LA, please let me know, sir. Most def, brother. Most def. And like I said, and a lot of people, we got people that fly in and out of town all the time. All the time. Just like, when Marcel, his client here, was actually in San Antonio, and he let Roxy know, hey, Roxy, my client is down there. You're down there, right? Yeah, here's her number. Look her up. We do it all the time. If you're somewhere, hey, this is the number. Check this driver out. Don't pay Uber, don't pay Lyft, don't get some random strain. Here you go. Here's Muhammad right here. He's out in LA. All right, bet. This is Muhammad on the professor turf. Muhammad's like, hey, it's money for everybody out here. Shit. If you need a ride, contact me. And that's how you got to be in this game. Be willing to be yourself. Be willing to be a service. Be willing to be a part of the community of LA to get people around. And that's how we are. When people come out here, like my man Alan, I gave Alan a $150 ride. That's it. I gave Alan a $150 ride. That's all I gave him. I didn't. And the lady had already told me her price. I couldn't meet it because I was too far off. I gave him 150. Everything after that is 100% Alan's business and negotiation and his skill as a businessman, as a private driver. Alan's going to make 2 G's out of this situation before the end of the year. He's already up like 600 right now. And he's got to do another 600. So now he's at 12. And he got another. I'm telling you right now. When I open the door for one of the people on my team out here, I just open the door for him. Like when if Jamil says, hey, Jeff, can you do me a favor and pick up Derek from the airport? Cool. I'll go back and forth with Derek. I'll go back and forth through Jamil. Doesn't need to know where to be and I'll be there. I don't have to talk to Derek. I don't have to talk to Derek because Derek is Jamil's client. Jamil's hung up. Derek knows, hey, I'm part of the team. I get him, drop him, done deal. There is no, hey, Derek, if you need a ride, contact me, don't contact. No, it's not like that. That's Jamil's client. I'm just standing in and helping Jamil out. What I did with Alan was this lady was never my client. She only called me because she saw the number on my truck. She was not my client. Alan had to pull her off the apps. That was Alan's job. Alan had to say, Jeff can't meet you on the numbers. You guys are too far off because he's far away from you. He's just too far off. Let me be your private driver. Let's meet with these numbers and let's talk about some future rides. That was 100% Alan. That ain't have shit to do with me. That's the kind of people we want on our teams out here. We want people willing to say, hey, I'm not going to step on your toes. If you need me to help you, I'll help you. But that's as far as I'll go. That's what I do with Jamil. Jamil does that with Carrie. We all do that with Jamie Carey. If you need my help, just let me know. We don't step on your toes. But if there's a client and we know that we need to keep this person out of the matrix of being on Uber and Lyft, you need a strong driver, not a pigeon. When Jamil said call Alan, he knew what we was doing. He knew it. When I said, hey, this lady called me off my truck, I don't know who she is, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Call Alan. He knew you need a strong teammate. Alan's locking in about 2 G's off of a $150 initial ride. This guy's going to lock in about 2 G's. If he had 10 clients like that all year, that's 20 G's off of 10 groups he can make in 1 year. 20. And Alan is sitting at the fucking coffee shop. This motherfucker kicking back with us, drinking tea and shit. He ain't doing nothing. Alan ain't doing. This motherfucker making 2 G's off of 1 group. This is what private driving is. This is what Uber and Lyft wants to kill because we got the energy of our community supporting us, being behind us, and hey, you know what? You guys don't need to be stressing and struggling. Take a day off to work on your car, Jeff. Take a day off to do your oil changes and your brakes. Take a day off. You don't need to be driving 84 hours a week just to make it. I can do 35 hours a week and make 2 G's. Everybody want to talk about some 2 racks a week. Guess what? We can do that shit in 35 hours. All I need is you put me in the right atmosphere. Oh, shit, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. And I believe, like I said, when you got people like Ronnie out there and he's pushing people to realize if you can make 2 G's a week, all you got to learn how to do is be more efficient now. Sometimes you can move that 2 G's. You pull some time to wake up shit on it. You start pulling these family and friends. You get people to say, hey, listen, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'll pick you up, drop you off. That's 500 of it right there. So now you only got 1,500 more to go. And you ain't even driving that much. The blueprint for how to do all of this shit is right in all the videos we've ever done on this channel. It's in all the comments. You see, look at $700 a day consistency, real shit. Oh yeah, before Uber and Lyft, my goal was to make $1K a day in San Fran in the town car. Oh, that's a good goal. 1K a day is good. I believe it's possible. Like I said, I drive 2 hours and make like $200. And people are like, Jeff, why don't you drive more? I'm like, because I only drive when it's hot. If the fire ain't hot, I'm doing something in my garage to keep my cars running right. I'm making sure other drivers' cars are running right. It's a lot to do, man. We got a lot to do. I can't just drive. I wear way too many hats just to drive. So when I do drive, I got to make that shit count. When I leave my house, I got to make it count. If it don't count, I'm back at the compound. I'm in a garage. I'm taking something apart. I'm doing something for a client. I ship shirts out. So my man, Ronald, your shirt's on the way. I got a couple of shirts. James, I'm working on yours. I got 3 more orders before that already went out 2 days ago. So I only got these last 2 to go. But like I said, that's what I do, man. We always got something on the fire going. Always got something on the fire going. And if it's not no money out there in the streets, we don't oversaturate our own markets by ourselves. We don't go, oh, you know what? We just all need to be out. No, turn the app off. Let surge build up. So for whoever's out there driving, let them drivers eat. If you want to go out in downtown Tipping, you want to drive that crazy ass traffic around game day, I'll let you have it. I'll turn my app off to make sure that shit surge. I'll let you have it because you deserve the money as a driver. You deserve $12 surge, $16 surge, $21 surge because I'm sitting my ass at the house. That means there's less drivers on the road, which means you're in high demand as a driver. Get out, get your money. Because best believe when I leave this house, I'm getting mine. When that truck pull out that driveway, oh shit, $100 an hour. I'm getting mine. 135 or what, 171 in 42 minutes. I'm getting mine. I'm going to be out there. So I can only hope the next driver gets theirs. That's why we work as a community out here. There's way too much money in logistics out here in Arizona. Way too much money in logistics for 2 corporations to run this shit. Uber and Lyft should not run it. Drivers run it. Once you have that in your head, drivers run it. That's when these apps will go, oh shit, they figured out the cheat code. They figured out we've been calling them earners. We started off calling them driving partners. Then we went to earners. Oh, they ain't them some earners. They earn us money. They earn us money. And they saw that shit wasn't working. What did they do? Oh, you guys want to be professional? You want to be private? You want to be preferred premier drivers? Man, shut the fuck up. We already been that. We've been calling ourselves. I don't need to see that on your app. I see that in my heart. The fact that you put it on the app way after you've been calling us earners for how long? It means you slow to the punch. We've been out calling ourselves private with people. We've been calling ourselves professional drivers with the people. It's you slow ass apps who didn't catch on quick enough. And now you want to come up in the back. Oh man, hey, guess what? We'll call you guys private. Stay on the app. We'll call you professional. Just stay on the app, man. Fuck you. Too late. We already got clients now. I am private. I am professional. You late. These engineers are looking at all these channels. They know exactly how to do it. You exactly right there. They think they can validate us. That's what I'm looking for. They think they can validate us. And these engineers are sitting there looking at all these videos going, okay, so the psychology behind it is they want to be called professional. They want to be called private. No, we want to be paid like professionals. We want to be paid like private. You fuck what you call me. So saying it on your app is not what you're paying through your apps. We seeing what you paying through the apps. So we've been calling ourselves private and professionals, but we've also been paying ourselves like private and professionals. The moment you start calling us that, you better start paying us that because we already been paid private at a professional rate. We're already being that. So how can you top that, Uber and Lyft? How can you top that? Money. That's how you top it. Money. Put the money where your mouth is because you want to call us something, but we ain't saying that. You want to say, hey, we're going to move the rates on private driver. You got black SUV at 150, but we could do private for 190. The extra 40 don't come to me as a driver. I'm only getting a percentage of that. So when you start paying, the current rates are fine. You ain't got to milk the economy. Don't milk the economy of our neighborhoods. Keep charging them whatever you're charging them. All we're saying is we deserve a fair shake of what you're charging them. That's all. Once you start getting us a fair shake and charging us what is good per hour, then it don't matter what you call me. You can just call me driver. Here's your driver, Jeff. Cool. You ain't got to say here's your, because I mean, you pay me $170 in 40 minutes. You can call me a driver. I don't care. You can say, here's your professional, private, preferred. I don't give a fuck about all that. You pay me $170. That's what I'm here for. I call myself private. I call myself a professional. That's all internal. Like young boy said, we're already validated. We validated ourselves. We don't need you to validate us by putting that shit on your screen. I don't need a little trophy next to my name saying Diamond Driver. That doesn't pay me nothing. It doesn't validate me. What validates people is when you look in your bank account and you can say, man, I could probably take the day off today. I mean, I made $350 yesterday and I'd work 6 hours, $350 in 6 hours of being on the road. Average about $50 an hour. I'm cool. $50 an hour is cool. I'm gonna take the day off, man. I go take my kid, to the pumpkin patch and shit. But if you're only making $138 and you've been on the road for 5 hours, you're gonna have to work another day now. Now you gotta miss the pumpkin patch now because you ain't being paid like a professional. Yeah. If somebody needs an app to make them feel special, they let them have the app. I had a cop tell me straight up, you have a CDL. Do you know how in Indiana you're held to a higher standard? Your fines are higher. Exactly. Since Boober failed, Marxism sucks. And that's what it is, man. And that's what cracks me up and I did a video about that a long time ago, how apps want to put stars next to your name, put a trophy next to your name. It's all digital shit on the screen. It's video game shit. So it doesn't really validate you because you've got a star next to your name, but the driver next to you don't have a star next to your name, but you found the driver with no star next to his name. It's time to wake up, and he's running at $600 like in 3 hours of driving. He don't even have a star next to his name. He's got $600 and he's only been out of the house for 3 hours. He don't have a star. You have a star next to your name, but you got $150 and you've been out here for 4 hours with a star next to your name. These stars don't mean shit. Think about it, man. It's all playing mind games with people. It's data manipulation. It's putting little tricks and trinkets in your face. We need to get off this app today. Be like, I'm leaving the house. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to convert at least 2 or 3 rides. I'm not taking $17 to go no 30 miles. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking, $19 to go 31 miles. No, tell you what I'm going to do. I'll charge you $60. Oh, well, in the app only paid $47. Well, guess what? I'm getting $19. So I'll tell you what, I'll do it for $40 and you don't even have to tip me. Because if you was going to tip me $10, that puts you from $47 to $57. So you're at $57. You just had to go through the app with. I'm telling you, I could do it for $40 right now, saving you $17. Is that a deal? Well, sounds like a deal. All right, let's go. Motherfucker, whipped out them two $20 bills. Cancel. Get on your way. Negotiations. That's what it is. I mean, I got that shit on my truck. It says negotiate your rate. Right on the side of my truck. Negotiate your rate. And I tell people, if I can't meet you in the middle, I guarantee someone on my team can. Because that's what we do. We take care of each other, man. We take care of each other. And how about when the CEOs go on MSNBC and Fox and talk about how brilliant they are, how much money they're going to earn and make, and they don't even mention drivers once. Arrogance. Yeah. That right there. They don't mention the drivers running this business, the drivers pumping this economy with our cars, with our banged up ass struts and shit on Hondas Accords. They don't talk about us, but we out here beating our shit up, putting people's lives in danger over beat up, banged up cars. They don't talk about us. But yet, when we go out and we get our own money and they see how we really doing it for real in these streets, stay on the app. We'll call you professional. We'll call you private. They'll call you anything in secret. They'll call you baby in secret. Hey, what's up, baby? How you doing, baby? Jeff, you out driving today, baby? What's up, baby? They gonna call you that shit on the news. They was on MSNBC. The mother, hey, what up, man? Hey, we got my homeboy Jeff out there driving. What up, baby? This is Dara, baby. What's up? Hey, get out there and drive that truck. Hey, Jay, my man, he in Phoenix, man. He out there making that. No, they don't mention shit about us. They don't say nothing about us. But they'll send you a message in the dark. Hey, you want to be a professional? You want to be a private driver? Like, we was already that. You're kind of late to the punch. We see what you're doing. You're late to the punch. There's no more free hot dogs offered on the Uber app anymore because of your joke. You remember that shit? Banks, go to 7-Eleven and get a free hot dog for your last 10 stars. You got 5 stars on every ride. Go get you a hot dog. Like, man, fuck them hot dogs. Like, why don't we get some real money here? Why don't we talk about some real money? Because I can go buy my own hot dog for $2 and get that shit over with. It's a little birthday note with a digital cupcake. What they should do on your birthday is send you a $25 gas card. Here's a code for $25 gas. Scan this at any Quick Trip, Amazon, Arco, AM, PM, Circle K, Shell, and you get $25 of free gas on your birthday to go out and make some money on us. How about that shit? Fuck the hot dogs. Don't send me no little digital, because guess who's getting paid? The engineer that makes that digital birthday cake is getting paid. Hey, who designed the birthday cake? Ahmed. Hey, Ahmed. Thanks, man. That little digital birthday cake, it's a hit. We're sending that little digital birthday cake to everybody today. You know, it's February the 4th. Everybody's getting that digital birthday cake you made, Ahmed. We appreciate that. It's like, man, fuck that digital birthday cake. Send everybody $10, $15 on. Hey, here's a code for $10 off your full tank of gas. Something. Do something. Because that digital birthday cake ain't helping nobody make no money. Send me some money. Say, hey, we're going to invest into your day. Happy birthday. Here's $25 worth of gas. How much gas do you give at $25? I can get about 8 gallons. 8 gallons. And let's say you go 25 miles. So you can go 200 miles. Yeah, you go 200 miles on this. So let's say you're getting $3 a gallon. I mean, $3 a mile. We essentially just gave you $600 for your birthday. You're going 200 miles. You're getting $3 a mile because we gave you $25 for gas, where you're getting gas at almost $4 a gallon. We gave you $600 for your birthday. Or you want this motherfucking hot dog? Which one? I'll take the hot dog. Like, of course you would, you fucking pigeon. I like hot dogs. Like, give me the $25. I'm gonna flip that shit to $600 real quick. And that will show that you can invest in somebody's future. I mean, drivers are easy because we think in terms of investments. We're business people. We think of in terms of investments. And so if you want to do that, say, I'll give you $50. How much gas can you give for $50? Well, it's about $4 a gallon. So I can get about, I don't know, 20, $50. What is that? 10, 12? Yeah, about 12 gallons. I can get like 12 gallons. 12 gallons. And let's just say I go 25 miles. That's what, 300 miles. About 300 miles I can go. So 300 miles. And if I'm getting $3 a mile, that's $900 you essentially gave me for my birthday. You just gave me $900. All I got to do is work for it. But that's what I do. I take care of my community. So you help me make 900 extra bucks on my birthday. Appreciate that. Drivers are easy. All these cupcakes and digital shit on the screen. And hey, we're going to call you preferred. We're going to call you premiered. We're going to put you at the top of the list. Don't give a shit. Where's the money? Where's the money? That's what I'm saying, man. It's like all this shit on my screen. I'm not a kid. I'm not 14, 15 years old. Hey, man, look at my baby dragon. Motherfucker, who give a fuck about a baby dragon? I got a baby Uber dragon. He breathes fire. Jeff, you're on fire. You caught a $3 surge. Look, I got a surge dragon. Man, fuck that. It's like, no, we're not doing that. This is, gosh, have Jay playing in your car while you're driving. That's brilliant. I know it. I don't know, man. You have me driving in the car. People might be like, listen, I'm going to give you money just to make sure you pick me up and that motherfucker don't pick me up. I do not care what city he lives in. He might end up in Miami tomorrow, and I want to make sure you pick me up and he doesn't. How can I get your business card? It's like, see, I can make everybody get private drives. They'll be like, hey, man, what city is this guy in? Arizona? Shit, I thought so. Hey, can I get your card? Because I don't want to go through Uber. Because if that motherfucker's on Uber, man, make sure I get you. Let me call you directly. Because I swear to God, this motherfucker blew up to my house, man. It's not gonna be a good day. Like, exactly. Say, do you convert small rides? Oh, I don't know. It depends on what you classify as a small ride. I mean, I've done this, Joseph. This is what I did because I did a video about this like probably 3 weeks ago. I was up in Scottsdale. It was $7 1 mile. It said Lyft. That's it. And I did a video. Lyft, $7 1 mile. I'm at Circle K. I drive to the people half mile. I'm taking them like another maybe 0.7 of a mile in the other direction. I pull up. 5 people come walking up to the car. And I say, oh, man, they got y'all down as Lyft. And I said, they got y'all as Lyft. And he says, oh, man, I thought we selected XL, man. I said, I'll tell you what, I could cancel this and just do it for $20. And he's like, okay, cool, that'll work. So I canceled it. As we're pulling up, he told the girl, he says, hey, just give them 30. She cashed at me $30. So I convert small rides. It depends on the situation. Most of the time, it's not worth it. I'm getting like, $15 for 2 miles. It's not worth it. But even with that ride, I wasn't going to convert it until I saw they had 5 people. They gave me the upper hand. When somebody comes to your car, they got too much luggage. They got shit that they didn't tell you about. They got people they didn't tell you about. The power is in your hand now. Now you're the business. You got to figure out what you want to do with this power. Hey, do I play the Uber and Lyft game? Let Uber charge these people $30 and I get 11 out of the 30? Do I let that go down? But I have the upper hand because they got a fucking chest of drawers and I got a truck and they want to put this chest of drawers in my truck. I've done that shit before. And I got a scratch on the back of my truck from it too. I was telling Jamil and them about it. I got a scratch on the back of my truck. But I told the dude, and it was on like a 3-mile ride. So I canceled it. I did it for $40. So I'll tell you what, this is what we're going to do. Because they was only, I think they did a XL. And I was getting like $12, $13 for an XL. So I canceled it. And he said, everybody kept canceling my rides, this and that, man. I said, because you got a lot of shit. So I canceled it and he gave me $40 for it. So you have the upper hand in certain situations when, for one thing, especially if you're in high demand, like they have a situation nobody wants to deal with, somebody drunk as a motherfucker. Hey, yeah, my friend, man, we're trying to just get her home safe. She's like, you got the upper hand. And it's not just because they're drunk. It's because nobody else wants to deal with that shit. Me, I saw people puking on Rule and you know, Apache. I see a motherfucker like this. I'm not picking that motherfucker up. No. He was like, but somebody gonna say, I'll tell you what, I'll do it, man, but it's gonna be like $60. They're gonna be like, okay, anything, because man, every driver we get up to, they like, no, because my friend, yeah, motherfucker, I ain't picking you up. Nope. So it depends on, even if it's a short ride and you got somebody like that, you probably have the upper hand in that situation. And Uber's gonna pay you $4, $6. You might say, listen, it's urgent. You motherfuckers might puke in my car. This and that. Nobody's dealing with y'all. $30, $30. 30's cool. 30's cool. We'll just pay the 30, just whatever it takes to get her home, man. We just need that. Because we really ain't paid for that shit. I pull up to somebody. I like pulling up to people who, like, I picked up this lady last night. Her name was like Shandy. And it was like maybe $14 for like maybe 2 miles. She was just getting off work. And this is a funny story. It talks about it on the video. I'm going to tell you a part of the video that I really fucked up on. So I don't, and that was the one Uber trip I did last night. The one and only. I'll show you the Uber trip I did last night. And it was $8.23. And it says one up in the corner, it says 1.2 miles because I was 1.2 miles away and I took her once. So I went 2.4 miles for $8.23. And it was a share. 3 minutes, 43 seconds. That's as long as 3 minutes. But it was like I had a surge or whatever. I'm like $8.23, and the lady's right there. So I pull up. So I cruise around the corner, and I pull up, and I roll up to the lady, and I'm sitting there, and the little yellow icon is sitting on her. She's sitting right there outside the building, and I'm sitting here in the parking lot. I'm in the truck. I look over, like, and the timer's going off. The lady ain't moving. So I look over at her. She ain't moving. The timer is still going down. She stands up. She kind of looks around. Starts walking towards me. She's looking at her phone. She looks at me again. She's at her phone. I say, Shandy? She goes, Jeff? I go, yeah. Like, motherfucker, what? You surprised I'm Jeff? Like, Jeff? Like, you know me, motherfuckers? Is Jeff? Like, yeah. She says, oh, it says an orange BMW. I totally fucking forgot. I put that shit on orange BMW like days ago. All I did, I just turned the app on and started driving. I didn't look to see what car. So I'm in a big black ass truck. Oh, love you, Alicia. So I put that shit on a big, so I'm in a big black ass truck. And this lady's, and you're going to hear about it on the video with me laughing about it. And she thought, okay, so my icon says there's an orange BMW sitting in front of me, but there's not an orange BMW in front of me. There's this big black SUV sitting there. I had no idea what she kept looking at me. She was like, I'm like, lady walking up, she says, Jeff? I go, yeah. Like, motherfucker, don't scare me. Don't scare me. What up, Mr. Brooklyn? So, yeah, you're going to hear that. So that ride was actually UberX, and it was a share, but it was supposed to be. And I told her, I said, oh, I'm sorry about that, lady. I said, you know what? I don't use Uber that much. That's why you see all them zeros on Uber. I'm like, I don't use Uber that much. I don't even look at the cars I'm in. I just start driving shit. I just turn it on. I was in a surge. I didn't know. She's like, oh, no, it's totally fine. I just wanted to make sure it was you. You know what I'm saying? Because it said red BMW, orange BMW. And I'm like, no. So I showed her a picture. I said, hey, actually, this is my cars here. So I showed her the truck and the car next to each other. I said, this is my truck, my car, my Jeep. These really are my cars for real. I say, but I just turned the app on. I didn't look at what car I was supposed to be in. So I'm scared. I'm sorry about that shit. She says, no, you didn't scare me or nothing like that. I said, well, you got to upgrade to a black SUV for $8. She was like, I like this. This is really nice. There's a lot of room back here. I was like, y'all say, yeah, it's a really nice truck. And we just riding. She just only a mile ride, 3-minute ride. So we were laughing the whole time about it. She spoke Spanish. You could tell she spoke Spanish, but she had really good English too. So we're kind of laughing about it or whatever. And she was like, oh, I feel special. I feel special. I was like, well, you should. I'm like, Uber sent you the VIP truck. So I pull up in front of her apartments or whatever. She's like, oh, my kids will be so mad. They see me in this truck. I was like, yeah, it's all right. I appreciate that, Miss Shandy. I appreciate it. Totally had no idea. You'll hear it on the video, me talking about it. But I had no idea. She just looked, the lady ain't fucking moving. I'm sitting there in the truck and she just sitting there. And I'm just sitting there like, okay. And she just sitting on the curb. I can see the little yellow icon on my screen. I'm like, it's got to be her because ain't nobody else out here. She just sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck is her problem? She stands up. She kind of stretches a little bit. Like she feeling weird. Like she's weird. And she like, should I be standing up? I don't see an orange fucking BMW. Should I be standing up? So she fucking stretch out and shit. She look at the phone. She look at me. She get the phone. I'm like looking at her. I'm like, this bitch is kind of crazy. Start walking towards me. I'm looking at her. Jeff? I'm like, yeah. Like, motherfucker, what? Like, I had no idea she was looking for an orange fucking car the whole time. Yeah, I'm like, motherfucker, it's got to be you because ain't nobody else around, and it's got to be me because ain't nobody else around. Of course I'm Jeff. She's like, yeah, but you got a black truck, Jeff. Where's the orange Beamer, Jeff? You got me. Yeah, but man, that shit, like I said, and stuff like that happens sometimes, man. It happens sometimes. I've done that a long time ago with the Jeep. When I had the Beamer in the Jeep, I would get online, go trap surge real quick in the Jeep, pull up, motherfuckers looking at me like, you sound like an orange BMW. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to change it in the phone. So what they need to do, apps, if you're listening like you always do, you raggedy bastards, if you're listening and you have, I know what I look like. I already know what I look like. So stop showing my icon with my face on it. On my phone, my icon has my face. I know what I look like. There's only one motherfucker who owns that account. It's me. Why don't you put what car I'm driving in that little circle up there? So that way, when I pull my screen up to look at my next ride, I know what car I'm in. I'm in the black car. I got multiple cars on my account. I know what I look like. It's always going to be me in the car. So I don't need to keep seeing my face all the time. Let the rider see my face in my car. That's cool. But I know what I look like. I'm not one of them selfie-stricken motherfuckers who love to take selfies of myself. Put what car I'm in that circle at the top. That way I don't got to remember because I turn my app on and app off all the time, man. I can't remember that shit. What's up, CEOs? So Uber and Lyft, if y'all listening and y'all know that we got multiple cars on our account, sometimes people got 3-4 cars in their accounts because I had 3 on mine. I had the Jeep, the Beamer, and the truck all on my accounts. In the circle at the top of my screen, put what car I'm in so I remember what people will be looking for. Because I be switching phones and cars all the time. I drive my shit all the time. Sometimes I'm down at the place and I say, well, shit, I'm just going to ride back. Let me see if I can get a ride back. I don't plan on driving. Like one Friday, I didn't plan on driving. And I was with David. And Jamil was like, hey, man, you want to take these people to Scottsdale? I wasn't even dressed to drive. I didn't plan on driving. I was just hanging out. Motherfucker said, I said, sure, that's cool. It happens like that all the time. So just let me know what car am I in at the top of the screen in that little circle instead of my face, because I know what I look like all the time. Been here for 51 years looking like this. I don't know what car I got because I got a lot of them. So put the car in that circle. Jeff, you should be in the truck. Jeff, you should be in the Beamer. Jeff, you should be in the Jeep. That's all I need to know. Because I know I should be me. Motherfucker, I can't be nobody else. Stop putting my face on shit all the time. Take my face off and put what car I'm supposed to be in. That's it. And I know I own the cars. So if you put an orange Beamer, I know it can't be an orange Beamer with Jamil's account. Because Jamil don't own an orange Beamer. I do. But if you put a fucking, a black Navigator in my screen, now I got to make sure that somebody didn't hack my account because I don't own a black Navigator. Man. Yeah, the app was designed from the rider's perspective, Jeff. The biggest problem with them is that they're fundamentally flawed. That's why they're always doing updates all the time. Always doing updates. And I'm like, and what I think should happen is that instead of like a turn, when we have a turn, they have to like a little arrow around the corner or something like this. Cool. I think it should not really beep or something like that, but it should like flag you, because sometimes we're in traffic. We're in traffic heavy. And I'm not looking at traffic, my phone. You got 7 driveways lined up. You got a driveway to the Midas. You got a driveway to Walmart. You got a driveway to the pet center. I'm not looking at every time I get to a corner like, okay, let me count how many driveways, because I'll end up rear-ending somebody. So what they got to do is when they know there's a lot of driveways or something coming up or something, just like beep, like ding, like let me know my turn is coming up. Bing. Because on a turn signal on my truck, when I put my turn signal on, it don't just show my turn signals outside of my car blinking, like letting people know that I'm turning, but it's inside on my dashboard. There's green arrows letting me know I'm turning. So there should be something on the app, a blink or a ping or something to let me know, hey, it's time to turn. Get ready. Get ready for a turn. Your turn's coming up. Get ready. So I don't got to keep going app, street. Fucking around, ran somebody playing with this damn phone the whole time, man. But it's like, man. Like you said, they're fundamentally flawed. They're set up for not from our perspective. That's why they look at all of our channels to see what exactly can we do to fix these apps. Basic. If you got multiple cars on your apps, put what car I'm in at the top of the screen. Because I've done it a few times, man. And Uber loves to kick people off their apps for that kind of shit. Oh, this lady said you were in the wrong car. I was. Motherfucker, I got 3 of them. I just turned the app on. I didn't even look. I saw a surge popping up, turn the app on, boom. I started driving. Had no idea I was in the wrong car the whole time. I was. But if y'all to do something to alert me, like Lyft does this shit whenever I log on, it'll tell me to choose a car. It says that sometime. Or is it Uber? One of them says that, to choose a car. Most of these apps, you just log on and that's it. You just turn on and you just start driving. You have no idea what car you're in. And if you own multiple cars, the passengers are going to sit there and look at you stupid when you pull up. They're like, this dude should be in a 2024 Taurus, and this motherfucker pulls up in a Lincoln Continental. Oh, I own both. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was in the black Lincoln. I was in the silver Taurus. My bad. Put it on the app. What car am I in right now? Take my face off. I don't need to see me. I know what I look like. I've seen enough of me, motherfucker. I wake up and see me. It's like, take my face off my app. Put the car I'm driving. I hate when I pull it up. Oh, here's your profile. Of course it's my profile. It's me. Who else's profile can it be? But at least put the car that I'm driving on that picture instead. So I know what these people are looking for when I pull up. And if I make a mistake and just turn an app on because I never use Uber, I'm sitting at Jack in the Box or whatever, turn an app on. Oh, shit, it says I'm in the red Beamer. Let me get that off. Let me put the black truck on. All right, now I know what they're looking for. It's like, man. Yeah, it must be Uber. Lyft don't do that. I have 2 cars in my account. Yeah, that could be what it is, because Uber must do that. Because like I said, I'll just get online and sometimes they don't make me take a picture. They don't do nothing. Uh-oh, Lyft and DoorDash merge. More stealing. Oh, shit. And then we had a video a long time ago when I said, is Uber and Instacart joining forces going to do anything to DoorDash? Is that going to make DoorDash do something? And I did a video about it when I was doing my live streams back then. I said, Uber and Instacart are teaming up. DoorDash is their target. What did DoorDash do? Hey, we're going to get with Lyft. It's all controlled opposition, because Lyft and Uber are the same thing any fucking ways. So it's controlled opposition. So what I think was going to happen is everybody's going to start doing all these little, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash merger shits, and Instacart. It's going to get so convoluted in their servers that more people are going to start going over to community apps that are only like city-based, something like Rides, something like, Empower or whatever. It's going to all be community. People are going to be done with these big apps. It's like people that really got money to spend go to Victoria's Secret. They go to Bostonian. They go to the Nike store. The people looking for cheap shit go to Walmart because they know they can find everything there. They can go buy dog food and a pair of panties. Same fucking time. But you can't go to Victoria's Secret and buy no fucking dog treats and panties, because it's a special store you go to when you're just looking for panties. That's all you're looking for. Walmart, there's no reason why you should be searching for panties and dog food at the same time. Either you got your dog on your mind or you got your man on your mind, unless your man is a fucking dog. Now your man's a dog, and now you got to buy dog treats for your man and panties for your dog to eat. It's like, what the fuck? It's something, man. I don't know. See, Walmart has decent polos and jeans. Yeah, exactly. See, I'm planning on buying an Escalade in January. Started my own transportation 3 months ago here in Nashville. Worry about self-driving vehicles taking over. Oh, Joseph, if you in Nashville, that's where my man, where is he at? Where is he at? He's up here somewhere. I think Chris is out there. Team something. I can't remember his team something. Shoot. He's in the chat. It's team something. Team Righteous. So look up Team Righteous. And Team Righteous is actually in Nashville. He does a lot of cash rides. You two guys team up, because if you're doing the Escalade, he's got the efficient car. So that's the trick. Yep, panties for him need. That's the trick. Yep, panties for him need. Oh, she got them edible panties and shit. It's like, what are you going? I'm shopping for some edible panties. Like, motherfucker, buy this dude a hamburger. No, he's gonna eat my drawers. This motherfucker said, I need a hamburger. Put some panties on a sandwich. It's like, motherfuckers, like, this don't look like lettuce. This is like underwear. Like, yeah, motherfucker, eat my panties. Shit. No, but get with Team Righteous though. Because Team Righteous can do all the long distance rides. And that's what I do a lot with. Like when I got a ride that's going way too far and it's something I don't want to do, I look for somebody with a small car. Because small cars can go from like Juan Vargas with the Tesla. He can go downtown, Goodyear, pick up somebody in Goodyear, come back to downtown. My truck ain't doing that shit. Because I'll take somebody up to Goodyear or up to Glendale. I'm going to be there for a minute just stacking some rides while I'm there. But when you get somebody like Team Righteous and you can move a smaller car, you get an Escalade, you get a couple of trucks, you get the smaller cars, you cover way more area. Because there's always people that want to go long distance and you don't want to beat up your trucks like that. Your trucks make way more money doing short distance. You can go 5-10 miles in a truck and make, $70, $80. You're getting $7-8 a mile in a truck. A car, you're not going to do that. But a car, you can drive 30-40 miles and make 100. So you just say, hey, man, I just made $3 a mile on my car all day. But in the truck, you're making $5-6 a mile. You're doing less trips in the truck, and you might make a little less than what the car will make, but you're also driving way less miles than what the car is driving, which is less wear and tear on that big truck, less gas, less fuel. So the cars are going to be your workhorses. That's what, when you do your little transportation company, get the small cars. Those are your workhorses right there. Those are the people you want to send to Tucson, from Phoenix to Tucson, from Phoenix to Casa Grande, from the airport all the way up to Fountain Hills, all the way up from the airport up to Sun City. Those are your workhorses. Your trucks, those are your people movers right there. That's where you get the group that wants to go from the restaurant back to the hotel, from the hotel to the restaurant. You're doing a bunch of short trips. You got to split it up so everybody eats right and everybody ain't stepping on everybody's toes. Like Eric, I'm always looking at Eric, Triple EAZ. He's always, whenever it's an airport ride, Sun City, Peoria, some shit like that, I don't even think about it because I'm like, Eric, because he's got the smaller car. He's got the workhorse. He can hit the road, get that, knock out $100. He's also doing 30-40 miles to get that $100. On Lyft, he might get $30-40. On the doing private, he's going to get $100. Me doing 30-40 miles in that, I'm getting about $240 because I got to charge them a SUV rate, and they might not want to pay an SUV rate. So they might like say, hey, we'll just take a car. We only got a couple of us. We'll just take the car. Your workhorses come in hand, man. So team up with Team Righteous out there, man. Team up. Oh, yeah. Truckers for airports and executive clients, cars for everyone else. Exactly. And that's the thing, Mr. Brooklyn. You got to know how to use the equipment. It's like tools in your garage. You got to know what to use for what. You don't use a hammer if you need a Phillips screwdriver. And it's just like with cars and trucks, the same thing. You got it right. Your truck should be for your luggage. Because y'all saw how I used to be in a Beamer. I never went to the airport in a Beamer because I tried that shit and people would come with, a golf bag. And I'm like, dude, my trunk is little as hell. I can't. Your truck is for everybody else. I mean, your car is for everybody else. Keep that car picking up people out of apartments, getting them to and from work. That's your workhorse. Get that car going. The trucks, they're going to sit. They're going to hang out because you got a group of 4. You don't want to waste that truck on a group of 2. When you got a perfectly good car right here, it can take that group of 2. You don't waste that truck on one person. When you got a car right here, it can do that because that car can take one. The car can take one. The car can take one. So the car just made all this money. The truck is going to get a group of 5. Make one shot. Guess what? Now the truck and the car made about the same amount of money, but y'all got way more work done. Way more work. Because if that truck was now doing one person, that car sitting there can't take the group. You just lost the group to somebody else. Now the car don't eat. The truck is all run down and shit from doing all these little trips. You got to know how to do it. You got to know how to do it, man. I ran home tonight to switch car to truck for my airport pickup. And see, that's what you do, Ms. Brooklyn. When you do the switch, because I do that shit a lot. That's why I get caught on the apps all the time with different cars. When you do your switch, that's how you're going to be more efficient. Like you'll see on my video, I got in the car the other day and I was like, God damn. I was like, I got a whole tank of gas in this motherfucker. I'll show you that part of the video because I think that video I can find. That was the easy part of the video. Yeah, this right here. I was like,
I don't remember the last time I drove this thing, but I'm pretty happy it's almost full. Hey.
See, that was my car because I didn't know the last time I drove my car, but I was switching. I was jumping from the truck to the car. So I video showing people when you use multiple vehicles all the time, you be having a full tank of fucking gas. Man, that car must have been sitting there for a week with a full tank of gas. I never knew about it because I don't drive it enough. I'm jumping in and out of the car so much, I can't remember when the last time I put gas in it. But I remember the last time I drove it. I'm like, damn, I got a full tank of gas in this damn car. It's been just sitting here the whole time. But that's what you do. You switch and you save gas because the truck might be running low and I got to do something. I'm like, I don't have time to go to the gas station. I don't have time to go to the gas station, wipe this thing down, and still pick this person up after fighting through traffic. The car is sitting right there, full tank of gas, boop, jump in it, pick up the one or two people, you're done. It's versatility. And when you got multiple cars and you got multiple tools going, you've got to be the coach of the team to know when to put in your running back versus when to put in, number 12. We're going to put in number 12 or what? If you putting in Travis Hunter, you got to know this is a throw play. This is a throw play. All right, we're going to run Moss for a while. All right, cool then. It's a run play. And the same thing with cars and trucks. Know when you're going to do it, man. Know when you're going to do it. And so I'm glad you said that, though, man, because a lot of people don't realize, why do you got different cars? That's kind of stupid to have multiple cars and multiple expenses. I'm like, different tools, man. You walk in the garage, you don't see one wrench. You see multiple wrenches for multiple things. What you doing? Hey, buddy, you finally awake? What's good? Come here, buddy. Yep, this is my bud here. He's finally awake. Seek a pet. I know, buddy. I know it. He misses me. He's like, dude, this dog was asleep the whole time. It's been 3.5 hours. This dog's been down there sleeping on the live stream while I've been sitting here talking. Now, if I put him outside the room, he would have been barking the whole time, trying to get in here, scratching the door and everything. Oh. Look at yourself. Look at yourself, buddy. This is my buddy right here, man. Yep, this is little Seekapoo. Seekapoo. You're crazy, dude. This is what he does. He likes to lick and bite. He's crazy, man. But this is the dog I found at the bus stop. He's been with me for 3 months, almost 4 months, middle of summer. And he's crazy. I got to take him to Petco because I was doing a ride one day and I met this lady at Petco and she actually does dog training at Petco. I was dropping her off at work. So she says, hey, bring him in on a Saturday and we'll give him like a free run through. Because I'm like, this dog has no training. He has zero training whatsoever. So sometimes he'll sit, sometimes he won't. But he's like energetic, chronic biter, chronic licker. I know you crazy, man. All right, so he's awake. So I'm gonna get his 3.5 hour live stream today, and we're gonna end it. We're gonna end this. He's like, Tristan, why you have so many cars, future rideshare millionaire? But I don't have a car note. Motherfucker, I got 30 cars and no car note. Say, why don't you have a car note, man? I just don't pay that shit. I let them come repossess them all. I don't got a car note. No, it's not that you don't got one. You just don't pay that shit. That's different. Motherfucker be like, yeah, man, I live in an apartment complex and I don't got no rent. The fuck you mean you don't got no rent? I just don't pay that shit. I'm living for free. Motherfucker, you gonna get evicted. Whatever it takes, man. Ooh, I eat at a restaurant and I never get a bill. Motherfucker, you dine and dash. We know who the fuck you are. You always eating and running. So Scottsdale is popping, brother. Scottsdale is popping. Woo! So you have to have 3 cars looking to get another. Oh, yeah, you got to have it. All right, man. Shoot. Let me do it. Let me do it, man. Oh, was that some Jetsons music in the hip-hop video? I'll see it. I'll see it. Say, I was going to ask if he was the one that you found. Yep, that's it, man. That's my buddy. All right, man. Shoot, let me go in here, eat me some lunch. It's 4:30 right now. I'm going to go in here and eat. I'm gonna wipe the car down as my food is cooking, because man, I'm about to get out and let's do this, man. Saturday is Saturday. The heat might bother you, but tomorrow morning I got airport runs, so I can't be out all night, man. Let's do this shit. I appreciate you guys for joining the live streams. This is my first live stream in November. November the 2nd, the live stream. So we're going to see how many we can do this month. I didn't do a lot last month. We'll see how many we can do this month. Excuse me, but I enjoy hanging out with you guys always. Great time chatting with y'all. Some good laughs, man. Dinner at Portillo's, brother. Dinner at Portillo's. All right, cool. Let's do it. And y'all get out there tonight. Talk to your riders. Let them know you're a professional. Let them know you do private rides. Get your business cards made up. This is how we're going to attack these apps. We got more apps coming on deck. Trust me. And any city out there listening, any app creator out there listening, no, we are doing our best to make sure the competition is even across the boards. We're going to make sure we promote smaller apps so we can keep the competition fair. If we keep the competition fair, that means the big apps going to have to pay the better drivers. If they're not paying us, we're going to smaller apps to get paid because people want to pay us. That's it. All right, young boy. Hey, peace out, brother. Peace out. Hey, y'all stay safe out there. Hey, I'm going to rewatch this live stream. Hey, it was a good one, brother. It was a good one, my man. Hey, y'all be easy out there. Appreciate all the super chats. Much love, much respect. Let's go get this money. Seekers awake. So I got to do something with this crazy dog, man.